music. Yeah.
It's likable.
But is it? I'm gonna leave you alone. We're gonna move. We're gonna move on. Um,
Woo! So many products. So
so many SKUs.
so many SKUs. Look at all these SKUs. Oh, so many products.
So much merchandising. So many barcodes.
I love this mall.
The mall, the mall has everything. Is the mall? We should we should change the title to the show. Everything's the mall, bro. Everything is the mall. What's going on? Hey, bro? We can't even run from it, bro. We live on Twitch. Respect to everybody fucking with us on that or messing with us on that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta watch the cussing if we're gonna try to get monetized. Uh, you know what I'm saying? But I will say everybody know if they know us, which you're starting to learn us and everything like that. We are here for the right now. Whatever's going on right now, whatever's going on in today, that's what we're gonna talk about, bro. I'm saying, come on, come on, come on. It was a little lukewarm. It was a lukewarm. Uh, drop. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I can hear you. Excuse me. I can hear you though. We are not live on YouTube, by the way. Uh, oh, you're in your show. Okay. Then if you see it that we live on YouTube, then we're live on Twitch. I'm rocking with it because I hear you. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me take my earphones out and let me go on to the live on Twitch. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, you know. He said he wasn't going. He said he wasn't going to strike. He wasn't going to strike. Talk for me. Talk for me, Chidi. No, can't hear you.
Hello.
Damn, I can't hear you on the Twitch.
Now you can hear me, right? Now you can hear me? Now you can hear me? Now you can hear me? Now you
No,
can hear me. Now you can hear me.
yep, I can hear you
Now
now.
you
Yep.
can. All right.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So my entire intro was not heard. That's good to know. Um, but yes, I am Judy Bang. With Chris Most High. We're here to talk about Drake. Take two. Listen, until we get this shit, when we talk about say, producing on this side, is so many things I gotta look at. There's so many the Twitch, the YouTube, the levels of our audio. Like I could
Cause
have kept
I
going. I'm proud of myself that I peaked it. That I peaked it because you can still hear me like on Discord. Like
I
I'm like
can still
nope.
hear you.
I know
Yeah.
that they're not hearing me, bro.
And I still don't
But
see us live on YouTube.
you don't see it on my end. It
No.
shows, but I'm not sure if it's a private live or if that's even possible. Like I see us talking and everything.
Oh, word. Damn. Okay.
Shoot. Yeah,
That's okay.
we're gonna have to look into that. We're gonna have to look into that. But yeah, we're here to
Okay.
talk about the much anticipated release of Iceman that Drake has dropped, Mr. Aubrey Graham. You know, he's had a rough couple of years, you know, since the battle with Kendrick Lamar. And this was supposed to be his magnum opus and like, you know, put a lot of hard work into it. And it was honestly from I don't want to like, you know, just let's just talk about it. Like he put out two surprise albums along with Iceman. We can talk about that too. Maid of Honor and a Big T, which I thought was smart. It was a smart tactic because we all know Drake. You know, is you know so many SKUs. You know, look at all the products. So many SKUs. Like, yes, he has everything. You know, so I believe that it's smart to package your products so people can find what they want. You know, and people can then go to where they want. If I want to hear your R&B shit, I'm gonna go to Habibti. If I want to hear your EDM slash fusion slash reggae or dancehall records, whatever you want to talk about, those experimental records, I'm gonna go to Maid of Honor. And your sexy red tracks, are gonna be involved in there. I'm gonna go there and check it out. Now, if I want just bars, which a lot of niggas just want bars, you're gonna go to Iceman. And that's what I was here for because I was here to hear the bars. Although I love Jake with the melodies, I really do. But I'm going to be honest. This is not a review. This is just our first reaction. Let's preface
Absolutely.
that. Preface that.
Just like everybody else.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
else
yeah,
got it. Yep.
exactly. This is our first
Yep.
reaction. I think that people are being more responsible with their takes now because we've had fucking 10 years of people calling albums trash in the first 2 minutes. That people are like, all right, let's just chill out. Let's relax. Like everything can't be trash, just because But then you come back 3 months later and you're like, yeah, I really fuck with that actually. It was better than what, because you're comparing it to something else that came up new, and you're like, no, that was actually better. So from my perspective, I do want to go back and listen to Habuti again because I know that there was some good shit on there, but I was busy going through a day doing my thing, so I didn't really get to focus on it. But I did focus on um,
Iceman.
Iceman. I focused on
Yep.
that. I listened to it. I took notes. Maid of Honor. I listened to it, and there were. I don't think a lot of this for me. I'll be honest with you. Popcorn track was cool. There's some, you know, pop, upbeat things that I like on there. But for the most
UK
part,
stuff, UK rap. Worldly Drake is not my favorite Drake, but I really do understand. It's not just the Turks and Caicos and shit like that. His homies Oliver North and 40, like they have expansive. They're expansive,
yeah,
right?
Toronto's
You
a
know what I'm saying?
very like New York is very
Toronto,
cultural.
London, exactly.
Yeah,
Super
So
cultural.
I'm not
Caribbean,
surprised
yeah,
that he has these
yeah,
influences. Plus, we know he's traveled to all these different places and got influence and worked with people across the globe. So I love that he packaged it in his own place. So you're like, hey, if you're not with it, go over here and go to watch out. Go listen to Iceman. If you're not
yeah.
with that, okay, you want the R&B stuff, go to Habib T. I think it's genius. I really do. And in the process of that, was able to um, he was able to get out of his UMG deal, So for his own sake, he was able to get out of his UMG deal, and that's good for him. So
And
he can pass
that's
on.
the report. That's the
Okay, all right,
report.
that's a
That's
report. We don't know for
that's
sure,
the,
but
right.
that's the report. So we
The
hope
report.
that he has some
The
freedom.
report.
If
Yeah.
not, we'll see.
Or he's close. Or
Because
He's closer to it.
after that, shit got thrown out the cage. They're like, nigga, get back to work. But let me tell you about how I started the day. I started the day, I'm like, all right. we're gonna be talking about it tonight. I gotta know what happened last night before we went to bed. Chris told me this nigga dropped 40 songs. I'm like, God damn, 40 songs on one album. I'm like, I do not want to hear that shit. Like, bro, this is not gonna be a good listen. Like, I do think back to back 40 tracks of just a bunch of, jambalaya, just whatever you throw in the pot. I don't want to hear that all together.
Yes,
Now, there's some
yes,
people who said they wanted one project different and mixed in because some people like all types of Drake and they want it mixed in and organized into a sequence where you get a little, you get your little pop song, then you get your R&B, then you get your bars. That's what he's been doing. But we've all been killing that because everybody wants something different from Drake. I think he was in a very a tough position to please everybody, and I think this is how you do it. I do want to give him props for that. But he told me it was 40 tracks. So before I went to bed, what I did is I typed in Iceman because I know at 12 o'clock it was gonna go live onto my phone, and I looked it up. I'm like, I saw I saw some artwork, and it's like a frozen owl. And I'm like, all right, I'll get to this in the morning. So what I did was, first thing in the morning, of course, likely I checked it out, right? And I found this, and I'm over here playing this version of Iceman, which I thought was Iceman, and I was like, "Yo!" It's the first song is A Drake, then it's Milan, Frostbite, Penthouse, Monaco. These are titles that I'm thinking, oh, these are all like Drake type of titles. The first song is A Drake. Like I'm thinking that, okay, this is him. I play it, and I kid you not, bro. I thought this was Iceman, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was like, wow, Drake did it. Drake figured out a way to change his style, change his tune, and give a really good, from his point of view, like a vulnerable, vibey EP. And then I thought was going to lead into the other, whatever, 36 songs in another album or something. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I listened to all these tracks thinking this was Iceman. And then I found the Habibti, and then I found Made in Honor. I played those, and I listened to the whole thing. And I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I got the full picture. Then I see this other thing, and I see the Michael Jackson glove, and I'm like, okay, what the? Yeah, I didn't get any of the disses. I didn't get none of that. So then I'm looking at them like, okay, I definitely missed something here. So I'm thinking maybe this was something he released previously to the battle, but no, this is some random dude who tricked me with some probably AI or something music, but this AI shit is fire. And it's exactly what I would have wanted from Drake. I was I was bumping this shit, bro. Go listen to it, guys. I'm not trying to I'm got there's no ad, nothing like I just telling you all about my day. This shit was fire. And Chris, I know you heard a couple of the tracks. You can co-sign that it was heat.
the first track I see the first. So yours is different. The
Okay.
first track on my joint is not a Drake. The first track I think is Milan,
Hmm.
and that's the first joint I saw, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it if the project was all of this, I would have still been missing something. But to
Oh
your
yeah, it
point,
shouldn't have been the
it,
entire way, but I thought it was gonna be like an EP leading
it
into
was yeah, yeah,
raps.
yeah.
That's what I was
But it
thinking.
but to your point, that conceptually, you know what I'm saying? The way that it was performed and the way that it was produced and then put out, a little thought went in. You know what I mean? A little thought went into
Yo,
there.
they're
You know what I'm
talking. They're
saying?
saying they're saying OVO, talking about the six. They're talking from Drake's perspective, and how he, and it seemed very very fucking like R&B, like modern R&B be vibes, and I was like, oh, this is fire, but I can't explain it. You gotta listen to it, guys. So after I realized I got duped, I'm like, oh man, now I'm gonna have to go into Iceman, and I don't want to harshly critique it after I've heard such good music from that, false Iceman. So I'm like, all right, let me cleanse my palate, do some work, and then I'll play it. So I played it a little bit later on in the day, and I just went track by track, and I just like, I'm gonna give it a honest listen, like, and I'm not trying to compare it to anything other than Drake himself. I'm not trying to compare it to anything other than, you know, what I expect from Drake and where he's at right now, what I think will be best. Um, and I got a little note here. So, and I got the track list here. It starts off with Make Them
Cry.
Cry. I don't know
Yeah,
why I wrote this.
make them
Make
cry
Them
is the
Cry.
first jump.
So, Make Them Cry, I immediately was like, all right, we're off to a good start, you know? We're talking about vulnerability. We're talking about giving people your perspective of where you're at right now. And as in an intro, I love when somebody does that. In an intro to an album, it's vital that you set the tone for the whole track, for the whole like piece of body of work. And I think he did that here. However, it I think if it kept this vibe throughout, and then you had some joints in there, some upbeat shit,
Yeah,
I would have felt more satisfied with the full body of work because this is one of my favorite tracks on the album, for real. This is one
yeah.
of Make Them Cry is one of my favorite tracks on the album, but the peak of this is my second favorite track, and my other favorite track. After that, there's a big steep drop off in quality for me, and tonality, and what I would like in this album. What do you think about Make Them Cry?
I think realistically, you're 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 absolutely right, and I said today was going to be the day that I probably said that today was going to be the day that I waved the white flag. You know what I'm saying, and we laugh about that, but the there's a realness to, has he lost the step? Is he still capable? Like those are real questions. You know what I'm saying? And not from legit critics, it's from fans. Fans, you know what I mean? Like, can he produce what it is that we would like to see from him? And the first track was everything his intros have been. Tuscan leather, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't necessarily that type of vibe, but the open micness of like, hey, this is poetry right here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
that is really kind of top notch best Drake in his pocket. And first track we see he got Noah. He got 40. He got 40 next to him, and the stories that he's telling, 40's asking him,
Go
and
deeper.
and you dig deeper. As Drake is doing the same thing that we've been talking about. He's admitting it, right? He
Yeah,
sees it, he hears it.
he can't avoid it at this point. Like I think that we want some more. Less he's heard that we think he's shallow. He's heard that
But
we
he
want to hear more.
knows he's shallow in this
Now
song.
that's the thing that I thought was so good about this song is that he was able to admit that he's afraid to go there.
And that's all we needed though.
That's what I needed. You know, he's afraid to go to where he need that he that where he needs to go. And that puts things in perspective for me. And I literally criticize him a little bit less because I'm like, all right, go through your process, brother. Like, figure it out.
To your point though, with the rest of the album, in hindsight now, the grace given as to what I just heard lets me know that it's a conscious decision.
Yeah,
That's why the white flag can
I
be
think
waved
so.
now as
Yeah,
a
I
fan.
think so. And um, however, it's still a detriment. Like, like it's a conscious decision,
It
but
is. It
I
is.
still gotta
It is.
grade you off
It
the
is.
product you give me.
It is.
And with that being said, I understand it. I'm not gonna kill you because I'm like, it's not like, you're going through your whole life, you're going through your process, you're dealing with a lot. You know, I'm not here to judge a man. I'm not here to judge the man, but he even said at one point, I forget what song it was, but he's like eventually he'll be the man, you know, like he'll retire the boy and be the man. But that's did wait did what song was it? Did you hear that too?
Yes, I think that was at, I think that was at the I think that's
Towards
towards
the
the
end,
end.
yeah,
I
but
think
I
it's
because I don't
making I think
I
it's
didn't take the
making
notes
no.
where I know every single line, you know,
I think it's make
but
them know.
I'm just
I
gonna
think
tell
it's
you,
make them know.
okay, I'm just gonna tell you what I liked and what I didn't like. That's all I have listed on my notes.
Before
Um,
we leave, make them cry real quick. I'm about to show the sentiments that we share is the sentiments that we share is also shared with Rob Markman. You know
okay,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And so shout out to Rob Markman.
shout out, man, he a real one.
My introduction to Rob Markman was Taylor Alderdice. That was my and I've been on Twitter. I've been on Twitter since '09 and everything like that. But I wasn't in the zeitgeist of hip hop journalism, everything like that. Elliot Wilson, like I just wasn't. I just heard my rap. Like my homeboys from Buffalo put me on Currency, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know how that shit even happened. You know what I mean? So my point is this: Rob Markman on Twitter. I say that because that's the standing sticking point from Taylor Alderdice. He's interviewing Wiz. Wiz is dropping his project, and in between the project, Rob is having a conversation with Wiz. So from there, Rob has been a dope dude from me as a
Hmm.
consumer. Genius is something that he's a part of. So when we're
Hmm.
looking up our lyrics and everything like that,
I
he's
mean,
that guy.
and think about this. He's a guy who has dealt with criticism on both
Yes.
sides, you know, from fans and criticism from Drake himself.
Yes, he has.
Um,
He and addressed it. Absolutely.
yeah, and he's honorable. Like he's a real solid dude. And how he handles things as a journalist, he takes it seriously. He does his research. He comes to you and tries his best to give an unbiased, unfiltered response to what he's seeing and hearing. And that I really do have hold him in high regard because there's not a lot of that. There's a lot of opinions out there, including me, including you. We come out here, we give our opinion, and we ain't. This is what I feel. But this guy tries to weed through all that, so I gotta respect that.
And so I'm just gonna play this little snippet from he had a same type of thing that we're doing right now. It's not a review. This is just my first thought. So he only did make him cry. So before we move from make him cry,
Okay,
I just wanted to
introduce
tie a
that.
bow
Yeah.
on that. Yep. So I'm playing a little bit. So in his description, he goes through the whole song, and it's 37 minutes. But when we're talking about everything that we're going to talk about through the song and the maturation of Drake, right? We talked about the misogyny in his music. We talked about the battle. Like me and you literally have talked about what we wanted to hear
Yeah.
from Drake. And so Rob breaks it down back to like you saying it's a conscious and conscious. When we say it's a conscious decision, he talks about that when he's breaking down the bar of him being a manipulator and a manifestator, and talking to manifestation. Let me see if I can get this.
That's what it did to me. So, and those are some of the questions. I don't know who the y'all he's referring to. It might be the public. It might be people in his circle. Um, I know I definitely made the statement before. Hey, what I want to hear from
Mhm.
Iceman, what I want to hear from this era and this iteration of Drake is
Yeah.
the perspective. And you just went through some shit. Like, what did it really do to you? We hear the bravado. We hear a lot of bravado. Like, it's hip hop. So, like, you can't totally
Hello.
strip that away, and no rapper does. But we hear the bravado. But yeah, what it, so I kind of take that like he's talking to us for the people who also he's talking to 40 saying dig deep, but also a lot of fans have been saying that too. Y'all keep on asking me what it did to me. That's what it did to me. This shit is me, but it isn't me. Like, yo, we get into some truth here. Like, I fuck with this. When I
Yeah.
dig deep, they say dig deeper. So now he's being challenged. Like, yo, I've given you my life, right? Like, I'm telling you about these things, like my whole career. When I dig deep, they say dig deeper. Tell us how it felt to meet the Grim Reaper. it's the battle, and they left him for dead, right? Uh,
Uh-huh.
again, he took an L in the battle. He did, right? And he doesn't quite say it here, but this is admitting, oh, how does it feel to be at the bottom? How does it feel to be, obviously metaphorically, right? Almost at death, almost.
And that takes me into what I think me and you and the rest of our group chat had a real complaint about for the duration of the rest of the
Yeah.
album. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And I did try to shoot some bail in the chat, and I was like, this is kind of really everybody said victim mentality. Why are you giving the rebuttals? Yada yada yada. And I'm like, well, this is kind of really his first time replying to it all, right? The aftermath, what I've been dealing with, how I view it, how I see it from my POV, and his perspective. So Rob is offering that, and I think right here, I think this is our chance to kind of really, like you say, this intro allows us to see he has some introspectiveness, right? He's processing it
He's
the way
processing
that
in
we're
real time.
asking him
It may
to.
take him forever, but he's aware at least that
Bro,
people
they
are seeing
stripping off
something.
that layer of that ego, that's gonna
It's
take a whole bunch of
yo,
time.
yo. That's why he said, "Yo, take some ayahuasca, rip that shit from the bottom," because like certain people, shoot, I got people in my life that I know that yo, they can't even lose a Madden game without flipping the fuck out. So like and it's like, bro, chill out. Like so losing is like some people when they lose, it just does something to their psyche. Oh, it's impossible. I can't lose. Like and it's like that's
Yo,
their identity. That's
and
so
I
so
know
much
you
that yeah.
I know possibly who you might be talking about, but I'm gonna take the accountability here, and we ain't gonna throw nobody under the bus. I'll throw myself under the bus. I'll text you. I know who we talking about. But what
But
I
you
would
you
say
know
is,
you got
but
people that you talk to, and
but
it's like yeah,
but but
they can't take an
legitimately
L.
to your point, I would text you days later after a game of Madden. I'm like, I'm still thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
so
here's the
I
thing.
know,
No,
I
as
feel it.
men, trust me, if we're competitive, you want to win. Me too, bro. I want to win too, but you're not gonna win it all the time. It's just that's life. And the what happens is certain people who I think have narcissistic tendencies tend
Yes,
to
he's narcissistic. You can't.
reconceptualize things and
Yeah,
act like they didn't lose because it's better
yeah.
for their because they can't take the reality of
They can't do it.
because
They
it
can't
hurts
do it.
them too much to actually
Yep,
say somebody beat me, somebody's
yep,
better than me.
yep.
That kills them inside. That
Yeah,
it just does it's a deeper wound than acting like it didn't happen. And I
yes,
still think that that's how he's acting. It's like a lot of victim stuff.
yes,
And oh, I didn't lose. Y'all tried to make me lose. Y'all, and fake friends and all this stuff, and the people want to see me lose and all this stuff like
Can I comment on that though?
yeah,
Can I?
yeah. Go
And I
ahead.
know I don't want to really rehash everything too much. I know what Rick Ross said because we played it. Me and you played it, and I know what we talked about. But in the hood, though, it is still pussy. If K Dot comes outside and say, "I want to fight you," and they scrapping, and while Drake's on the ground, other niggas come in and get their little kicks in. And I'm that's no cake. In the hood, bro, you should, and if you in the crowd, you pull them niggas back. Like, no, nigga, this
But
1v1. Like, this is
you're right,
1v1,
and
bro.
in a physical confrontation, you're right, in a real physical confrontation. But if K Dot and him are actually scrapping, which the battle was them actually scrapping, and niggas are
Yeah.
on the sideline saying beat his ass, this BBL nigga, that's different to me.
That ain't no. So we view that differently. So I'll call respect and peace on that. The Rick from the outside jumped in. He made a song. He made a song. He made a song. Rick came in. Abel's on the album.
But
I-
he didn't really. He's on the album. He made songs too, but he didn't make a diss track.
We
He just
get we get on
Weekend did not make a whole diss track for this nigga.
I feel you. Okay, respect.
You know,
Okay, peace
like
that too.
he
Peace that too. Peace that
collaborated
too. Peace that
on
too. Peace that too.
on a track
Okay.
that was, yeah, there were
Peace
a
that
lot of
too. Peace that
songs
too.
that we could
Peace.
subliminally could be talking about you.
The album is "We Don't
Trust.
Trust You," and I will never give my life away. He's singing his ass off on that album,
But he
man.
ain't saying nothing like to Drake. You know,
That's true. That's
you
true.
can take
So
it. It's the same thing Kendrick and him did for years. Subs. You
you're
know,
right.
you know.
You're right. You're right. You're
So
right. So to the victim
the
point,
only
like it
direct
wasn't.
shot was, yeah, Rick Ross. I'll give you that. Fuck Kanye. Forget about Kanye. Um, Andrew and Kendrick. Those are only like direct shots.
Rocky don't matter. Rocky don't
Rocky,
matter.
did he do it? Did he? I think that was a sub too, right?
Rocky had a few joints on this new album that was
No, no, I'm
little
talking about
body.
before, like the album. Yeah, he did have some shots
Okay,
on
yeah, yeah.
Drake, but during that whole beef time in
But so,
2024,
no, but I think so. Right now, that's where my point is. Right. So since the battle and the loss, right? He has sat back. He's taken he's taking he waved the white flag. Hard Part 6, GNX drops, Super Bowl drops.
but
Rocky.
before that
I'm
though,
I
because
yeah.
I want to clarify the Rick Ross thing. That's really why I'm trying to ask, because Rick
Okay.
Ross, he did a reply to Drake, right? He wasn't like he just
Yes.
jumped in.
No,
I think he
no, Ross, no, because the reason why Ross is in push-ups is because
I thought that he replied to push-ups.
the Officer Ricky shit was only because Ricky, like the only because Ricky. Damn, now we rehashing it.
Yeah, I
I
don't
thought,
know. I don't know. Like I'm getting it mixed up. But you're right. If the people are just jumping and kicking the nigga while he's down, or use. But here's the thing: if there's like Rick Ross said, if there's a guy in the hood who's just been fucking around doing some snake shit and bullying niggas, whatever it may be, who's just been a bad dude, but people just didn't want to take the shot. Once the dude gets confronted, they're gonna talk.
no, but y'all
Yeah,
pussy though. But y'all pussy, and I gotta address that. I
yeah.
gotta, and especially since Ross, you was on Certified Lover Boy, cuz relax. You was on you like the last three albums you've been around. Metro. I know we had our issue, her loss, but if I got Pluto and 21 Savage, like we'll stitch that up. I get you. I fucked your bitch. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. What I'm saying is to this point is yes, that is true. Two things can be true. If you sit there and take the mistreatment, right? When Kendrick calls him a mass manipulator, how the fuck y'all grown ass bitch ass hood niggas get fucking manipulated by the white Jewish boy then? If y'all want to call him that. You want to call him fake BBL, you want to talk about him going to get his body done and shit like you want to make all these jokes. If we brothers, I should be able to make those jokes to your face. I don't have to do it on a slight of nigga, if I found out you was taking Ozempic, my nigga, best believe I'm not digging at you as a diss that you taking Ozempic. I'm gonna shoot you in a group chat like, nigga, go take your fat ass to the gym, nigga. Like it's that. If I was getting leg extension surgery to be taller, y'all would joke the fucking shit out of me, and it
No,
won't be
no,
in the
but
sense of a
I think
maliciousness.
that it got to a point where it was personal.
Okay,
From the rumors is that Metro's like, yo, his mom's in sick, and
you're right.
she
You're right.
passed away, and Drake is like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, give me a beat, bro. And then on top of that, you messing with a girl that I was messing with. You're trying to get at my girl, or you fuck my girl, or something like that. Yeah, there's gonna be some feelings that this person is not worth trustworthy. Even if we weren't brothers and like that,
Yeah,
those two things are not even manipulation to me. It's just snake pussy
yeah,
ass
yeah,
bitch shit.
yeah,
So you want me to
yeah,
work with you and give you beats
yeah,
while you try to fuck my girl? That's
yeah,
insane to me. So or you did fuck my girl, whatever it may be. Like it's that's so yeah. So when I get on my next track and Kendrick sends me a verse and I'm blown away like, oh shit, and I already don't like you. Yeah, this is going on my album for 100%. You know, and then Future, I don't this is the thing. I don't really fuck with Future either. Like I don't get what his whole motive in this whole thing. Like
I don't know,
I
man.
don't get it.
That's what makes this. That's what makes this bizarro to me as I'm watching it play out. For Pluto was a launching point. We talking about Jabs, Hillbilly. We talking about all that stuff. Baby Keem. We talk about honestly, never mind Jabs. All those shirts was like nobody's paying attention. Like that really was a bomb. And
Yeah,
for Pluto to be involved with that,
just fire too.
it was so fire.
It's so good.
It
And I'm
makes
not a
this
Future
ran
guy,
to
but that was
nah,
fire.
but it makes this ran to Atlanta track on the album very mind boggling
It
because
is. It puts into question the character of the man Future is to me. And don't get me wrong, I didn't have a great opinion of the nigga anyways. But nigga, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, why?
yeah.
Like, where do you lie in this? Is it just a business to you? And maybe that's what it is. All right, I'm cool with Metro. That's my actual bro. If he wants me on the track, I'm gonna be on the track. All right, it wasn't that big of a deal to me. Hey, Drake, you want
Because
me on track?
I
I,
fuck plenty niggas bitches, nigga.
yeah,
Clearly,
yeah,
Pluto
yeah, yeah,
put on
yeah,
the same
yeah. You
time,
know,
nigga.
but Drake want me on track. All right, fine. I'll go on the track too. You know, like I'll get my bread. And maybe that's all it is to him. You know, and if that's what he is, then hey, live your life, brother. That's probably
Well, I
what.
think I think that is who Future is because there is a story floating around, or not floating around. Megan Thee Stallion actually told it. I think she told her on Club Six. She was like she wanted a future. She wanted a feature from Future, and this ticket was 250 cash. She had to figure out, nigga, because if you
Yeah,
all know, you can't just go on the bank
get
and be like, let
cash.
me get
$250,000. Yeah, that's wild. Off the rip, just
off
stacks.
so you can pass it off to this nigga.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a
Yep,
feature from Future. You know Future. Pluto. You don't know Future? He's a rapper. He's a rapper.
bro.
How you explain
Not
that shit?
yo, no funny shit, nigga. I don't know what he about to do with this 250, nigga. This shit about to be tied to me. This nigga name is Freebands. Oh, what? No, I'm about to get hit with a money laundering shit because I didn't get this
You
nigga
gotta be involved
250.
in a RICO, some type shit crazy, yo, for real. For real. There's gonna be some money laundering for real, man. You go for here, cleaning his money, for real. uh, but yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man.
and like she said that so, out loud in public. We're like, hmm,
All
hmm,
right.
okay,
Okay. Noted.
noted. Yeah, but so when I look at all that going on, like I get it. Like if I'm Drake and this is happening, I would feel pissed off too. But I'm looking for the accountability of somebody who can be honestly look
Honest.
at how did I end
Honest.
up here? How did I get to a point where
Yep. Yep.
I have so many people that are taking shots at me that I did not see coming, that I thought were close to me, and niggas taking the side of the guy who was my adversary in Kendrick
Yeah.
Lamar,
Yeah.
during this time. It would be a time to reflect 100%. It would be a time to um, take some ownership of hey, the decisions I made to get here, and maybe put that into music. And
And that's respect because real niggas supposed to be like, yo, nigga, go get that fade from him because you deserve that fade. And then he's expecting niggas to treat it like an analyst, like ESPN. Well, both parties are really good. We're gonna see who wins the fight tonight. Like, no, nigga, I think Andre Ward about to beat this boy ass tonight. I think Andre
it
Ward
could
about
go
to put
either way. No, nigga.
no, nigga, he going down. He's going down.
Yeah, I remember when Drake dropped Push Up, then he dropped Taylor Made, and there was like 2 weeks of like silence from Kendrick. And during those 2 weeks, I was waiting. And I'm like, because Push Up was good. And
Bishop is
and
cool.
I'm a Kendrick guy, so I'm like, damn, that was good. Okay, damn, all right, what's going on here? Is he gonna respond? I'm like, yeah, he's definitely gonna respond. This is Kendrick. I went back and listened to Good Kid, Mad City, Dependent Butterfly. and I was like, oh, he's gonna kill this guy. He's gonna, like when you look at the penmanship of the guy, like you can kind of tell like what going into it. For, at least for me, like that this was gonna be not good for Drake. But with that being said, Drake held his own. And his own right. I will say that Drake has some hits, some really good tracks. Some of the best rapping I've seen of him since like way 2019 type shit. So it seems like he has to be
It was inspired
motivated.
rap. It was inspired rap.
Yeah, he
Yes,
has to
it
be
was inspired rap.
inspired to
Yes,
get to that penmanship. And I see,
we use the word vapid though. We use the word vapid, and
yeah,
like this was an encapsulation of that word with this
yeah,
project.
exactly. And when I want that same level of inspiration, I can only look to like two songs on this album that I'm like that I feel that level of inspiration is involved in here.
Really?
However, there's six good songs that I like. There's six good
Okay.
songs that I like, but the level of like he's intentionally coming in here to create something that will be on a level of his previous work.
Hmm.
I don't think majority of this is that. I don't.
That's
So we move
that's
on.
that's very
So
respectable.
yeah. So when moving on to Dust, track number two. Don't like it. Don't like it. I just the beat, the words, the raps. I personally, it's not for me. It just didn't hit.
I agree. I agree.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
sorry. I'm
all
sorry.
right.
I'm
No,
sorry.
just yeah.
No, I
Then
was pulling up the I was pulling up the track list, and I was
no,
trying to see like I'm looking right now, and I'm pulling up the track list, and I'm like, Dust. It had potential.
I
After that,
tried. I
I
tried.
did.
Yeah,
It had potential. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it.
couldn't
He
get
didn't
into
have a
it.
good he didn't have a good succinct message with the
Mm,
song. Well, he
exactly.
did, but I didn't like it.
I don't like it. Whisper my name. I
Like
gave it
it.
a I gave it an even like I don't like it. I don't hate it. Maybe if I listen to it more, who knows? You know, it was just like mid. Janice ran to ATL both. I don't like at all.
You don't like Janice?
No, don't like Janice.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, okay.
I'll listen to it again. All this
No,
stuff.
no, no.
This is
I'm not.
just first
I'm
listen,
not.
guys. Just
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not pushing it on. It was something I ran. It was something I ran back to.
Okay.
It was fun. It was a fun listen.
Okay.
It's a fun listen. It's not as fun as other songs on here that we'll get to,
Now
but it was a fun listen.
now the next song. Well, I put literally on the pen. Fun. I just wrote. I literally next to
Shebang.
shebang. Shebang. I check mark that shit. Yes, I can go back to that. I wrote fun right next to that. You know.
I'm missing a Quavo verse though.
Okay.
And I think so. Since we talked about Future, and we're here with the Quavo, and then we're gonna probably talk about the 21 Savage that you probably don't like. Atlanta fucked him over. Oh, here
Yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
yeah. I didn't mean to
They
run
did.
by Ran to
They
Atlanta. Ran to Atlanta. Let me go back to that because we talked about this off the air.
hated it.
Listen, man, we
Two
both
snaps and a twist. Hated it.
hated
Hated it.
it. Yo, but when you saw that on the track list, though, I saw your reaction yesterday after the pod, and you're like, "Oh, Ran to Atlanta, Future." Ah, I was like, "Oh," I even laughed. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's clever." You know, yo, that shit is garbage, bro.
Garbage,
I did
cuz.
not expect that from that pairing, and that's also to say like when you're saying like, oh, if has he lost and stuff, has he lost it? The magic that him and Future have. Hey, if you go through something like that where you guys don't have that trust, then you don't got that chemistry
You don't
either.
got that chemistry, yeah. Yeah.
Now I look at
But
it too.
I think Future lost his superpowers too. He cut them
Yeah,
dreads and started looking like goddamn Wanda Sykes.
they both did to some degree, and now you guys are linking up trying to rekindle it. This ain't Stephen A. and Steph and
That's it.
Skip. This ain't Stephen A. and Skip. It felt completely off, and it's not a
It did.
good it's not a
Yeah,
good
it
track, you
did.
know.
It
And with
did.
the name Ran to Atlanta, I'm thinking that it would be such a good smash to like kind of like rebuttal the line from Not Like Us, and say, nigga, I'm gonna run to Atlanta if I gotta make a hit. And if it was a
Yeah.
hit, if it was a smash, it would be kind of like an ultimate rebuttal to what he did. It's like, all right, whatever.
But to your
But it,
point, though, it looked like that he ran to Atlanta, and so the to counter that, you got to run to Atlanta to go get your wave. He ran to Atlanta. It was like I ain't got to run here and get no wave. This shit dead. Shebang, nigga.
true, true, true,
You know what I'm saying?
true.
Atlanta's, and let's talk about Atlanta right now. All
Gonna.
you oh my god, nigga, what?
That's it.
Apologize, accountability. Oh my mama, nigga. Some of y'all niggas need gonna bad.
I was a huge little baby fan when he came out. That first album, I was like, this guy can rap. Like he has a whole own flow, like. And I don't know what happened last album. Like I
Baby
just
and Thug, you can see Gunna, bro. You can see it. I won't necessarily even put
right.
Pluto on there because Pluto got his own wave. I won't even fuck with Pluto, but Thug and Baby, yo, cause and I want to keep it real. When we talk about Atlanta, nigga, the camaraderie matters.
Oh
Cause when you
yes.
cause when
Oh
you
my
got
God.
Gunna,
It's like an
21 Savage,
end of an
Migos,
era, bro.
oh
It
my
really
son,
is
like
an end of an era, bro. Like when you think about, and I'm not a huge Atlanta fan, but when the music hit, it hit. But literally, since Takeoff's passing, it felt like things kind of took a turn, you know.
yes, yes,
And oh man,
yes.
and it gives me goosebumps to see that because then you start seeing the Migos kind of split. Then you start seeing, all right, you get her loss with 21 Savage and Drake. Some people like that, I didn't. Then you get Young Thug. Wait, he goes to jail.
Goes to jail. Yep.
Gunna comes out. He's great. Comes back out. Young Thug has to you get all his leaks. He has to apologize to everybody, including his girl. Like everything is drama, YSL drama. Like everything is a scandal now. Everything is some crazy shit. And it's sad. It is a little bit sad. Offset's going through a divorce. And his album actually likes some of the tracks on his album. Yeah,
Offset really did had a
yeah,
good
he did.
project too. He
He
had a
did.
couple songs on there too that I really fuck with. Um,
Um,
but
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 yeah,
to your
it's kind of
point
like
though,
that unification that we don't see that anymore, and it's kind of they were trying to rekindle. I know 21 said that the streets is dead and all that stuff, but
but that's because
we'll
to
see.
your point, Takeoff was like Takeoff seems to be even with the split of the Migos, where they went they different ways and everybody had the solo project and everything like that. They came around for Culture 3, and then when they split off and did the when Quavo and Takeoff was on a press run doing the album only for Infinity Links, I think it is. Um, he's like a cannon. What they call him in Marvel? What they trying
A
to
tank,
make it? Huh?
a tank.
No, and what they call it what they introduce
Oh,
in
what?
Deadpool cannon people. What's the is it
Oh,
can
yeah, he's an anchor being like
he's an
a
anchor being. He's an anchor
yeah,
being. He's an anchor being.
yeah, something like that. I forget
Take
the
off,
name of
take off.
it.
He's an anchor being for
Yeah,
Atlanta, bro. Like if you can really play back that everything, like you said, like it really was. You saw the relationships fracture.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? The split happens, and then the Rico charge takes off, like you said, and
yeah.
then
It's a whole
it
bunch of like domino effect that happened, and then Drake just doing his own thing, and none of that shit hit.
none,
From at least for me, like and a lot
none.
of people, um, so then you kind of
I like honestly, never mind though. Honestly, and I think that was a big thing too. Honestly, never mind the experimental album that came right before Renaissance,
yeah,
right? The the reason why that shit was stepped on is because nigga, you went to go right there. You have a feature there. You have a song on the album. You know what the vibe of that was. You know what the moment that she was trying to create with that. For you to go out there and throw out the dud of a project that you did because it wasn't really as. I'm a Renaissance fan. I ain't gonna hold you.
You went to the tour.
Oh, my mama got the CD still in the package. This shit might go for. I don't know what this gonna go for. We got the vinyl. We fuck Renaissance is that. So for him to do that, or honestly, never mind. Because
She ain't no
it's
diva.
honestly, never mind. Her loss. For all the dogs, all of those projects, like you say, felt vapid. They didn't
Vapid. And,
feel.
and
And yeah,
and you know reason why like I go back to Scorpion and even Certified Lover Boy had few songs in there that was like okay Champagne Poetry I can go listen to that like and but I start seeing a change on that album like
yeah.
this is all about bitches, this is all about hoes, and and I'm like all right, at that point it seems like he lost the inspiration. You know what I also happened, he's not in this beef with Kanye anymore. Before that, you had Pusha T, you had Kanye, and when you heard him on Scorpion, he had something to talk about. He had something that personal to talk about that gave him some
But
fuel.
after Scorpion, he got that $400 million deal, and I think that also then changed life too.
Oh, for
Right?
sure. When you get
You
a
know what I'm
home,
saying? Like
when you get a raise, and your lifestyle changes, and you can pay for whatever
especially
you
now,
want.
and we talking about emotional trauma, right? Story of Adam, like also like he hasn't really recovered from that, right? So let's just keep that in perspective. Story of Adidon
He
with
did.
this with
I'm not
Pusha
sure what
T.
track it was, but he did say that Pusha T's biggest claim to fame is his son. I don't think so, but I hear what you're saying.
Well, I'm at the until he's a Grammy award winner. Until that point, until that song's old, gotta be. He wrote that before the Grammys, clearly.
Okay.
Because I mean, and up until that point, up until that point, no disrespect, like he can use the fame game. That's where Rob Markin was talking about the braggadocious stuff comes from. He's in a space of I have been humbled. I can't be too humble because I'm up for a re-up. You know what I mean? Like the waves
Wait, when?
of
Now?
like now. It's
Okay.
either I got to give them the recoup. I got to recoup. They gave me 400. I got to recoup that. He's probably in a time length publishing, a lease plus the money lease. Like the events.
I mean, he
And
probably has to tour this album, and there's probably some touring dates that he has to go through to pay this
because
money back.
UMD own
Yeah,
they
yeah,
do
yes,
they
yes.
own the
So,
term and everything like that. Yes,
so as far as albums, he might be done, but as far as touring, he might not be done. I don't know. We'll figure this out as time goes on. We'll know. But you're in this place. I'm not sure if he's trying to re-up because I think he might go independent. I think he might go for somewhere else. Who
but
knows?
even if he don't want to go independent, he wants a billion now. I think that he wants a billion. He wants equity. That's the negotiation, right? For him, that's his. For him, back for all the dogs. Ask Lucia who's bringing home the bacon. That's why it was so important when we looking at the contracts when PG Lang signs a leasing deal with UMG, and then the project blows up, and then the project blows up, and now Kendrick is now the bacon bringer to UMG. Right now, Lucian does use that, and like, well, when you guys were on the same label, this is how it went, and so that's a bargaining chip. So I mean, it's either going independent or
But
you
I
give me
think
a
that
yeah.
we got.
So
I think the narrative of UMG, I think, is so misinterpreted because we act like it's just Kendrick and Drake who are bringing in money. And I think they said it in the paperwork. Like, listen, we got artists on all types of genres. Like, we're not super focused on this battle where we want one person to win and we're focused on one person.
not
I
the battle, but we talk about cap and football and basketball, like not football basketball a little bit so much because the money's guaranteed, right? If I don't play you, people can't see you, you can't get a qualifying offer, you take what I give you or you walk. I'm looking at that with Cam Thomas, right? Cam Thomas used it, and Cam Thomas just played for the Nets. I'll wrap this up real quick. He's played for the Nets 2 seasons back to back. He averaged, I think, 22 and then 26 or 24 and 28. One of those two numbers. He averaged 20 for 2 straight seasons, right? Um, he doesn't take the qualifying offer this past offseason. They offer him, I think, like a 2-year 16. He's looking for a 4-year 100. You know what I'm saying? Like they're way off
Yeah.
on the numbers. He don't take the qualifying offer, or the offer that they give him.
Yeah.
So he takes the qualifying offer. It's 1 year prover deal for $6 million. They cut his time. He
Oh
don't
shit.
play. They trade him. So they trade him to Milwaukee. Milwaukee don't play him.
That's fucked up.
So his value's down. So now
Yeah.
this offseason, because it was only a 1-year deal, he's a free agent. His value is lost to the entire structure. So he then has to, like you said, yes, granted, Cam Thomas little money don't impact the cap. But if I gotta pay, Michael Porter Jr. for the Nets $50 million, or I gotta pay Giannis on the Bucks $60 million, I can't give you 25, nigga. You're gonna have to take this 8. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
yeah, but I hate when we're like comparing the relationship with
true,
UMG to Drake and
true,
Kendrick
true.
because I don't think it's really comparable. I don't know what the deal is with Kendrick and UMG. I think is it just distribution or something? Like I'm
It's
not.
and it's just distribution, and that's what Drake's too. Drake's is just distribution, but he leased it. So so when you can own something, but when you lease it, somebody has it. So that's
Mhm.
what that is at the moment. He's leased through
But then he also
he's
has a
signed
touring with Live Nation.
with Live Nation.
Okay, so a
Yes.
separate deal. Okay, boom. All right.
Yes, 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 yes.
All
So
right.
his body's owned with Live Nation,
Mhm.
and his publishing and his recording is leased out to
That's right.
UMG.
So it's music, yeah.
Yep,
Right.
yep.
And Kendrick got his rights back.
Kendrick got his rights back. So when Kendrick deal was done, also when because Interscope is UMG, right? So Kendrick fulfilled his obligation as well
Hmm.
with Top Dog ENT.
Yep.
When he went independent with PG Lang, I think he got the distribution. That was the leasing of what he signed with UMG. So he owns
Okay.
PG Lang, just like Drake owns OVO Sound,
Hmm.
right? He owns OVO Sound. It's then partnered with it's partnered with Warner Brothers, but Drake separately is partnered with Universal. That's why when you sign to one, they get signed to another. That's why it matters so much, because that's literally how his shit is structured like that.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, when we look at it from the perspective of where he was with those albums and where he is now, and like the like what I was trying the point I was trying to make earlier was that it seems like he needs an enemy. It seems like he needs
Yes.
somebody to put his energy towards to make
Yes.
good music. That at least
Yes.
that the people universally agree, or
No, I agree with that.
or a love interest that is in his life that
Yes.
is extremely like Rihanna at the time,
He needs a muse.
a
He's an
muse.
artist that needs a
Yeah,
muse.
and if you are now 400 M's up and you're flying in OnlyFans models and strippers and random podcast white girls to then like what is your muse? Because you've done that already. Like you can only do that so much,
The muse is the
and
life
that's
that
how
I'm
you
living
get
right now.
exactly, and that's how you get the same shit over and over, the same topic matters over and over off these couple of albums. So when they say
Yep.
dig deeper, he doesn't even understand what that is because he's like, well, I told you my life. That's not what we're talking about, bro. We're talking about how you internalize this stuff, how you really conceptualize the stuff. And I think how he conceptualizes stuff is that everybody's against me, rather than maybe there is and maybe there's something that I'm doing that caused this, or and I think that's what's missing from this album, and what I
Yeah,
hope that he can get to one day.
because he says we both coughing this motherfucker.
Yo,
He
go
says
ahead,
it like, nigga, I'm in therapy, nigga, and I can't even do therapy right
because
because
the
this
bitch
bitch
is
is too
hot.
fine.
Yeah,
And then he says,
so
I can't do the drugs. He says it. I can't do he mentions it. He mentions the drug. He
yeah,
mentions the
yeah.
DMT. He's like, I can't do it because I'm afraid what it's going to reveal. And everybody has already know what those scabs are. Be real. Pusha says it like, yo, you don't come from a married home. Drake, I mean, Kendrick said it. You don't come from here. You don't come from the struggle, right? We talk about it. You're a black boy, white mom, Jewish, goddamn Jewish friend, Lebanese best friend. I mean, Jewish heritage, Lebanese best friend. Like you are so all around, my nigga. Like you really do struggle and have an identity
I feel,
crisis. Like that is a real.
I know when we were down in Florida after not like I was talking to you after I listened to Hard Part Six. We smoked some weed. I went to bed that night, and I said, "Man, I feel bad for Drake." That's what I said. I was like, "Yo, I feel bad for this guy because as much money as you have, all the women you got, all the fame, all the stuff you can buy, and all that stuff, I feel like he's empty. You know,
No peace.
yeah, there's no real grounding for him.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel for
We
that
hear
because
that in the
you know,
album. We hear
yeah,
that. We hear that in the
we
album.
hear that in the album. I
Yeah.
feel like man of man. Like I hope that he gets that. I really do. And hope he can find that in his child or his family, But it seems like even that doesn't give him that grounding. He just said that he treats his dad like he's his older brother. Like that's not how fathers should be, Quite, so that's not
He had to father his mother.
is that the father, his mother, so he's really just floating, So I can only imagine just when you're just floating, not grounded as a man, like we talked about previously. I was like, hey, I think I wouldn't make certain decisions because I have a family that will cause shame. No, you're gonna make those bad decisions because you got no shame at that point.
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck that guy's girl. You're gonna go and cheat on this woman. You're gonna go ahead and do whatever, some scumbag shit, you know, and
Because the
and then you
consequences of
don't,
other
and then you're
people's
gonna deny
actions.
it even happened and look away from it because you don't want to see that as who you are. That's what I think happens. You
Well,
don't want to be
I will.
identified with some of the fuck shit you've done, and so you gotta
Well,
see yourself as the good guy and the hero in your story, in a sense.
no,
I mean,
he's admitting the villain arc right now. I think to your point, I'm sorry that I was trying to cut you off when you finished. So I'm glad you
no,
powered
no, go
through.
ahead.
No, but he's identifying the villain arc at this point to what you're saying. But I also do believe that when we do talk about we're just doing some fucking psychoanalysis shit,
Yeah,
when we are having the conversation of no shame and everything like that. I do believe that he's living now the Mike never did this. I don't want to compare the Mike did this, but when Mike has Neverland and he has the amusement park and I've never been a kid and everything like that, people criticize him and ridicule him and why you bleach your skin? Like what's vitiligo? Do you want to be black? Do you want to be white? Why you pick your nose? Like when you get literally picked apart, you like, damn nigga, I'm Mike. I'm the greatest thing you done seen, realistically. Like, and because I got a
no,
fucking
heavy is the crown, and when you're at the top, you're gonna be scrutinized. You
yeah,
gotta
but
be
what I'm saying is it broke Mike. It broke Mike. Let's be real.
I think
It
Mike was also
broke
very
Mike.
insecure. He's very
Drake
insecure.
is too.
Okay.
Like and we have I don't think we've ever not heard him admit that. Right? I don't think we've ever and we also
Well, you
hear
don't
that
get
the
Tony
black
Tuck if you're not insecure.
or you
Yeah.
also don't bring up you also don't adapt the mob ties braggadocious thing if you're not made fun of for being vulnerable and being who
Yeah.
you truly are
Yeah.
because he's never had a problem being bro we talking about take care nothing was the same even in Scorpion he's like yo I'm vulnerable because this shit fucked up my whole album rollout nigga like I gotta record a whole new album because this bitch ass nigga like even then he was given
Yeah.
something like so when he's like, I've given you my life, I've given you deep. I've given you and
And
I thought I've given you deeper. I thought I've given you deeper, and then I haven't given you the deepest. And he's like, oh no, nigga, we know we don't
we
do
can't go
that.
there. Yeah, we can't go
Because
there.
y'all have already picked apart everything else that I've given you.
He's also
So
shallow. I mean, when you're with a
he's super
therapist
shallow.
and you're like, oh, she's hot, I can't even focus on what she's saying.
Ain't focused,
Like,
man.
you're not even trying. That's how it sounds. Like like at least you're there, but
But
like if
well, we can
you're
fast
not in
forward.
the you're not in the standpoint of diving into a place where
We
you
can
can
but we
see
can
the
we
errors
can
of your
fast forward
ways.
into the
And
album when he's
like me,
addressing.
I'll actually forget. We'll go into that later.
No, I'm saying I was saying when I'm saying like we can fast forward and go to when he's addressing Cole in the album. The lines that I think that he's addressing Cole is like when he's saying I love you, but I can never forgive you. Like for you to for you to start the ignition and then pull back because you had to get a second opinion. Like no, nigga, I'm 10 feet in this. Like if we engage, man. Like I love you, but I could never forgive you for that. You left me out there, my nigga. And to the point of when everybody was then doing the gang up and everything like that, at least you could have been like, he called us both out. So at least it could have been a triple threat. For your ass to then roll out the ring and he did this, Chidi. He did this and walked to the back, nigga. He left it back.
Took his hand away, jumped off the apron, bro. Walked to the back. Well, he bicycled to the back.
My soul, he went to China to the back, nigga. He didn't want no parts of this shit.
um, oh man, okay, now that like we're like psychoanalyzing and shit, like I get it more because like when I think about the Drake disses, I mean the Cole disses, I always feel like nigga, like that's his choice. Like, why are you so concerned that he did not fight? Like, how does that affect you?
Because Cole swung first.
But that doesn't
Cole let
affect you either. That's between
hold on, hold
Cole
on,
and Kendrick, right?
hold on. He no, yes, but so now when we hearing that big three shit is too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
all of this is
The
now making
narrative
sense.
is the narrative. Yeah.
The narrative is now because Kendrick bombs the big three. There is no, when even when Control drops, is Kendrick, Jay-Z, and Nas on the Control. So we talking about 10 years ago when Kendrick saying all you new niggas is just new niggas, don't get involved. Kendrick mindset was already scoping niggas out like, you not here, you not here, you not here, you not the greatest of all, you not even in consideration. Let's get you out of here. Like, so for Drake, that has been literally the top spot. Cole was always third. Cole has been fighting himself to get up in the ranks. So when it's time for you to then, because nigga, we already know quote unquote Kendrick's the boogeyman. Nobody even want to fuck with this crazy ass nigga that's around the way. Niggas done tried Drake so many times. I done had to put Meek on his ass. I done took my lumps with Pusha. Me and Jay then had our spars. Me and Ye then have our spars. Like, nigga, I'm battle tested. Like, nigga, I'm for sure two if I ain't
So
one.
why do you care so much about J. Cole's rapping against this nigga and apologizing?
I think because now if y'all
You
calling
already
me,
heard Port Antonio.
y'all been calling me soft and pussy and bitch nigga for so long. And the run of the summer was that of me. What about this nigga? The run of the summer was I'm a bitch, I'm a hoe, I'm a pussy nigga, I'm not of the culture. Cole didn't even fight. That ain't culture, nigga.
But he got his ass handed to him too. The people
Nah,
people
he did.
people
Nah, nah,
flame
nah.
people flame J. Cole, bro. People still are doing it. Look at
Bro,
this
the summer.
rollout and after the
Hold
rollout,
on.
people are like, nigga, stop lying, bro.
You know,
Like,
this solidifies why this is what solidifies Cole being D market. We wanted Joey versus Ray Vaughn. That was the talk. Joey Badass and Ray Vaughn was the talk because Cole didn't take his ass outside, bro.
for who?
The anybody
Anybody.
because anybody because then don't come on birthday bash and then throw subs at me. You ain't throw subs at Kendrick.
Yeah, he did though. Like, what is
He
going
didn't throw.
on?
He didn't throw subs at
No,
Kendrick,
he
bro.
threw
Birthday
something at Drake,
bash.
and then he
He
said it wasn't
did.
about Drake. What the fuck is he doing?
So
Like,
I gotta.
all this
That's
shit
what I'm
is so
saying.
weird to me, bro.
So the
Like,
album. So when you hear me on Iceman, yes, I gotta address you. I'm
no,
sorry.
no, no,
I
no.
know you don't want to
I
hear that.
completely forgot
I
for a
gotta hear
day,
you.
Blizzard, that he did diss Drake, and then said, "Yo, nah, it's not that."
Nah, this ain't.
It just
And
Philly fits.
Drake said, nigga, you ain't call me back, you bitch ass nigga. You lying on my couch. You lie, bitch.
Yeah, he did say that. You ain't call me back, you bitch. Yo, this is like oh man, between Port Antonio, Birthday Blash, then this reply, it's like a toxic love bromance
Now we
going
need
on
Drake and
here.
Cole. Now we need Drake and Cole. Fuck it. Battle, nigga. Battle. We need Drake and Cole battle. But I'm
Yo,
scared because Cole would get at Drake. I ain't gonna hold you. Cole wanted Cole. That's why I was mad that the sword didn't come sharper at Kendrick because Cole
me too. Me
really
too.
could have made it a real like. All right, Drake,
I wanted
get
to see more than anything Cole and Kendrick
and
because
I
that's a
did.
real
That's
wordsmith
real
battle to
worse.
me.
Yes, yes,
I I
yes,
don't believe
yes,
that Drake. I think the only way Drake could beat those two is a hit,
yes.
not by the pen,
Not by the
and
pen.
not by the pen. So
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's not possible. He could do it, but I was really excited to see Cole like dissect,
yeah,
Kendrick Lamar and see
yeah,
what he would pick
yeah,
at.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I have an angle to beat Kendrick Lamar. I'm granted, I'm just some random dude, but Kendrick Lamar to me, I've always said he likens himself to Tupac so much that he said that he came to him in his dreams, and I think that I would have looped that whole part of what is it? 8 Mile?
Waterman, Waterman,
No, Eight
or
Mile,
Amen.
where
Oh, okay.
Eminem's part is like your pot, he's pot, no pot, none. I would have looped that shit over and over and over again, and told this nigga that you are not Tupac, and no matter what you do, you will never be Tupac. And I think that angle could really, if you make it into a smash, could put a chink in his armor, you know. But I don't think anybody's ever saw it that way. I've always thought that I don't remember. I loved Kendrick Lamar. He's my favorite, one of my favorite rappers of all time. But I've always thought that Kendrick Lamar should be Kendrick Lamar, and that affinity you got to work where you think that you're like spiritually connected to him. Yeah, it's cool. But if
That's a
somebody
little,
want,
it's a
it's a
little
little
weird
bit
too.
wonky though. You could and you and
Yeah.
there's and you could take an angle there and really destroy that. If you really took it. But I don't think anybody saw it that way. You know.
No, nigga, because he can embody Tupac for all his enemies with the Hennessy and hit like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He can drop
You
and hit him
know.
up, and he
Yeah.
did,
You
and he
know
did.
who?
I said like he can embody Pac and drop a hit him up, and he did. He embodied Pop and drop Knock Like Us. Not Like Us is a hit him
Okay.
up.
Okay. I
Like
hear what
you
you're
know what I
saying.
mean?
I hear
Like
what
you
you're
know what I
saying.
mean? So you can try and fuck with him
Hmm.
and think that because you would they did it with Pac, bro. Pac was the ballerina. I seen you. You know what I'm saying? He went to perform at our school with
Yeah, he
Jada Pinkett
did.
Smith. That's what you know what I mean. Like niggas really tried to get on there with it. And like, yeah, nigga, and I shot two undercover cops. Fuck, nigga, what's happening? And I spit at
So
the camera when I was in handcuffs. Nigga, like, yeah, I really like that, right? So like
yeah,
Kendrick, can be like,
Kendrick
yes, I'm the
probably could have
poetry
gotten
guy
past
and
that
everything.
for sure. He probably could have gotten past the way that his mind thinks. When I heard Meet the Grams, I was like, okay, probably wouldn't have
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
worked.
Nice,
But
nice try. Oh,
eh.
what Martin say in Bad Boys? Big fucking eyes. Nice fucking fish.
But yeah, Drake and Kendrick was the battle I wanted to see. I don't think J Cole. I mean, sorry, J Cole and Kendrick was the battle I wanted to see. I don't think J Cole will ever battle anybody. I think that he's too far gone to this place of saying that we don't need to battle each other to the point where if he did it now, he will be seen as a complete hypocrite. Not that he hasn't already looked like a hypocrite with some of the things he said and then how he acted after the things he said. You know, and he said he puts on a persona when he's rapping. He's like, "Yo, y'all thought that I was, was gonna kill anybody because I told y'all I would kill anybody that said my name, but I'm not." Like that's what he said, and then we
But
acted
and that's
like
what and
what he said was
yes,
real, and then he said, "No, y'all, I tricked y'all."
and
So,
that's why I take a little bit of sting off of Drake now because he's at least given us his real.
Yeah, and
Like
that's what I
he's a
think that with this album. That's why you heard me on our voice notes. I was not trying to kill this guy. Like I really was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I think I gotta see this meet people where they are at. Like I can't expect him to be who I want him to be.
yeah,
He's who he is, and I haven't lived his life. I haven't walked a mile in his shoes. I don't know what he's going through, and that's what I took from this. Is like, you know what? Granted,
yeah.
the music, however, I didn't really like a lot of it. We were
Well,
at
the next
Shebang.
song after
Shebang was fun,
Shebang,
but the
Make
next
'Em Pay
song
is the
about
next one.
but
Yes,
the next song out of Shebang, this right here. If I got an album of things close to this, it could be a classic. Chef's Kiss. This Make 'Em Pay, I'm telling you guys, is the best Drake song I've heard
shout out to Niece
since.
Williams. Shout out to Sample. Shout out
Woo!
to Niece.
Since probably, man, I don't even remember, bro. It definitely was probably previously Scorpion or around that time, or around maybe on Scorpion, maybe Champagne Poetry. Maybe this is the best thing I've seen. Maybe since CLB. Maybe this is the Drake that I want to hear. This is the Drake that I need moving forward.
Yeah,
And it's not like he's super introspective, but he's intentional about making a song,
super intentional.
you know,
Yes, with
and
the message
with the
and
message.
yes, yes.
Oh my God. And the bars are clean, the bars are dope, you know, and he's giving his take on things. He's giving his perspective on things, you know. He's uh he's still shouting out big booty strippers, but that's who Drake is, you know. But I really did I did the whole, even just the refrain of, because I just want to be free, and using that over, you know, the sample and that part of the song, it comes together. The beat, the melody, and the lyrics all come together on this track, and it is the best version of Drake that I've seen in a long time. Even the stuff in the ballad doesn't come to close to this to me.
Yes, this was honestly, if he rapped like this for the Heart Part 6 and like waved the right flag introspectively, like I we took it here, we took it there, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I y'all playing too much. Like even if he took the approach of y'all playing too much, I don't play like that, I'm done. Rapping this way, because that's how I heard the Heart Part 6. I heard the Heart Part 6 like, all right, nigga, that joke was a little bit all right now. All right, I heard that because that happens in the classroom. Like, let's be real.
Hmm.
That happens at home. Like nigga, me and you in a group chat about wrestling. I'm like, hey, nigga, what we doing? We got a pod right now, nigga, because I got shit to get off, nigga. But like, realistically, like, you know, I do feel this was probably the best song on this Iceman album.
Yes,
I do have a few
by far.
songs on here that have just as good as raps. I like
Not
make
as
them
good
remember.
production.
Not as good production.
Yeah.
Make them remember was good raps.
All right,
Firm
wait,
Friends.
before you get to that, Burning Bridges
Go
for
ahead.
me, Burning Bridges don't like it.
You don't like Burning
Nash,
Bridges?
no, Burning Bridges don't like it. National
Okay,
Treasures is a
like
good
it,
song. I like it,
like it.
but I'm tired of the synths and 808 beats. This is one thing I didn't like on this album is that I'm a guy. I like instruments. I like drums. I like piano. I like different types of instruments. There's all I hear is synths and 808s throughout this entire fucking album, man.
That's where he was though. That's like where he.
But we've been
That's where
hearing
he
that for a
was.
while though. Like, you know, like where's a piano? Give me a fucking harmonica, goddamn. Give me something else. Like I'm tired of the artificial synth and 808. It has its place, don't get me wrong. The synth and 808's combination has worked. It worked for years. But I think that hack has been patched, bro. Like since Kanye make 808s and heartbreaks, y'all fucking went crazy with that shit and like burnt that shit out. Like I love an 808 appropriately put into a song, but and all these synthetic noises and shit. I think you
Did
ruined
it take
a
away?
beat.
Did it take away from the? It took away from the song
Took
for
away
you?
from the song for me. Yeah, the raps are good, and National Treasure, it flips the beat in the middle, and I'm like, it's even worse. I was like, wait, was it that one or was it another thing? But yeah, I think it was that one where the beat flips, and I'm like, what? I, although the raps are good enough to I can listen back to it again and be like, all right, this is a
Yeah,
good
if he keeps
song.
the whole beat for the whole song,
Yeah.
it's a little bit different. Yeah.
But yeah, you want what you were talking about? I didn't mean to cut you off with real quick.
No. I was just saying that even when I'm just freestyling. And I was saying like that was a good song, but there were other good raps. Like to your point,
Yeah.
other good rap. Like you said, the production wasn't succinct. Like it wasn't succinct, with this particular project. And to what I was to Rob Markman, I do want to give credit because I'm gonna parrot this. It seems like what Rob was saying is that the Make 'em songs, he said that might have came probably later from like if you listen to the
Hmm.
tonality of the album. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like it was like a lot of, it seems like to Drake's point at the beginning of the album, he was still around those other people boasting them up, saying you gotta give your rebuttal, you gotta talk about this, you gotta do it. And then these later productions by 40 were strategically placed within the album to kind of break up the monotony. Because if you listen to like 40 saying, "Can you still give me what's just me and you?" And if you listen to like make them cry, make them pay, make them remember, and make them know,
Make them know.
like
Yeah.
those sound like after I got my shit off records. That
Okay.
sounds like that to Rob's part. Like that sound like those were
Hopefully
later made.
those. I hear you, but I like make them remember and make them know are not songs I like. Probably
Okay.
mostly because of the victim shit, the victim mentality shit. And it doesn't feel like he's already gotten it. It seems like he got his shit off, and he's still got some shit to get off. That's what it feels like to me. That he
You
still
think
hasn't gotten.
make him you right, make him remember is the leak of 1 a.m. in Auburn,
Yeah,
which I still think was him at the beginning of like realizing where he's at right
I
now.
hope because I need him to stop talking about this battle. I'm done with it. I know that he's not done with it, but like
No, but can we
some of
though?
these,
Because can we though?
but
Like
we
not us,
can't.
not we, but not. But he hasn't talked about. It's not him keeping it around. Like for 2 years, he's been sexy songs for you. Wasn't like rebuttals. It was sexy songs for you. Like it was so.
No, he
It,
came out with the Fighting Irish freestyle dissing.
okay,
What Did I Miss had some subliminals on it. Then he had which one? Which one? All right, no, that's just a whatever song. Um, that
that's
those
central. That's Central C. But for Drake, 3 songs in 2 years, like that is, and it's not directly like how he feels. It wasn't direct. It was just like, because even What Did I Miss was like a throwaway rate. It's on 2K. You know what I mean? Like like it wasn't like a radio single for an album. Like you know what I mean? Like it
But
wasn't a
my
lot of
point is
thought.
that when we've heard him, he's always bringing this up. Thank you. Oh, go, you gotta go charge it, okay? Where's your charger? Where's your charger? Go down to your mom. Go check it out, okay?
Um, but I do respect what you're saying, and I don't want to,
Yeah, essentially, what I'm saying is when he gets in the booth, he can't think about anything else. Like and a lot of these songs, it's not just these make
GNX
this.
was a
It's
victory lap if I beat your ass.
but even in GNX, there's plenty of songs that had nothing that he didn't talk about Drake at all. Plenty of songs. They didn't talk about Drake at all. Maybe his boy said he beat your ass, on the track, but he didn't. But no, but like there's plenty,
Stop.
reincarnated had nothing to do with Drake. Luther had nothing to do with Drake.
That's true. Dodger Blue.
Dodger Blue, um, you know,
No. I'll be the pussy. No. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Let's take Dr.
and
Drew off of that. Yeah,
and if
he
I
was
were
doing
to
shots.
go through this album and say, okay, how many songs did he not subliminal diss anybody, and it's just a new song, like it's original Drake shit, it'll be hard
It's not on
to
Iceman. It's not on Iceman. It's on Habibti.
yeah, it's not nice, but you're right. You got to
It's
go
not
to
on.
a
It's not
whole
on.
new album, yeah, to get those regular songs. This is him. This is his grievance album, and I just wanted different. I wanted him to. I like. So like, I'm trying to give him credit because I do see some level of acknowledgement that
Yes, a
one,
little smidge, a
yeah,
little
of
like
acknowledgement of like, all right, shit didn't go right, and I need to focus on some shit, you know,
yeah,
you
it
know,
didn't go
and
the way I thought it did.
I need to go deeper. I need, some a little bit of
But
accountability
he
on that.
even admitted. He admitted. He was like, "It's a new goat now." He said it like in the raps. Like, okay, apparently it's a new goat now, right? It's a new. It's I'm not the goat. Like
Yeah,
y'all have crowned a new like y'all. Let's keep it real. Y'all have wanted it off my head. Y'all said I abused it. Y'all said I didn't treat it right. Y'all said I'm a manipulator. I'm a culture voter. Vulture. I don't have no soul. I'm that. There's a new goat. Let's see how we treat it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
let's see how that then
No,
now.
yeah. He's putting he's pretty much saying, to be the top, you gotta produce, and let's see how he does. And I mean, he's knocked it out of the park already, but
So
we'll see how
far,
so far, But
so far, yeah.
Kendrick,
We talking about a 10 year. We talking about a 10 year run though. We talking about a 10 year.
I don't think he needs to have a 10-year run. I think there should
I
be.
hear you.
I
I
don't
hear
think
you.
yeah, I don't think
I hear you.
mind you, Kendrick run started, you know, to me, being on the top, it was
Mainstream.
never his goal.
I hear you.
So I don't think it's still his goal. I don't think it's his goal. I think he will be inspired when he's inspired. He's Prince. He's not Michael Jackson. It's not about numbers to him. It's not about always putting out music every single year. That's not what his interpretation of being on top is. So I just I
So what
like
is the
it's
standards? Because the
like I look
standards seem
at
to be
like
different for Kendrick
we
and Drake.
watch wrestling. We had a podcast wrestling. Cena's way of being on top is not Roman's way of being on top. Having the time Roman's not even there, but we all know he's the guy. You know, it's just completely wrong.
That's a
Cena's
great
way,
analogy right there.
yeah.
That's a good
We all
analogy.
know he's the guy. Like when he pops up, everybody.
Drake is definitely Cody.
I was saying Jake Cena, but okay.
Nah, nah, nah. Turn heel. Let's see. Let's at least see. Let's see what that look like.
Oh
Like
my
do something.
god.
Switch it up, nigga. Switch it up,
Oh my
nigga. Like
god.
let's. Yeah. Drake.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he got a little played, and I think that's what happened with Jacina at a time, and Drake is well played, and the victim stuff really seeps through this entire album. Um, what did I miss? No, Bees on Table. I don't like that fucking track. What do I miss? Me and you talked about it. I'm not a big fan of the track, but on the sequence of the album, it's not that bad. I'll
It's
give it to
not
you. So I gave it a little mid. I give it a mid.
because it leads into because it leads into plot twist, which I like.
I hate that
I
song.
like
Yeah,
what?
I don't like plot twist. I'll listen to it again. This is my first listen,
Okay,
guys.
okay.
I'll listen to it again. We all have our own takes. Then we get to Too
The
Hard for the
surprise.
Radio.
Oh my god.
he,
This might
Chris,
be the most polarizing song on the album, bro.
me as a Kendrick fan, as a West Coast fan, as a guy who likes the Bay sound, I had to give it to the guy. It's funny. It's funny. It's fun. I enjoyed the track. I know it's being satire. It's making fun. Drake is a
I
comedian.
called it a parody. I called it a
A
parody.
parody. That's a good way to say it.
I called it a
Yeah, it's a
parody. Yes.
parody. And I thought it was funny. What did I say? Yeah, I just said it was fun, and it kind of it could honestly I can see it
I
growing
would
on me
I
even
would have
more.
loved the first part, the whole song, if I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
I would have loved the first part, the whole song. I know the second part. To your point, he taking shot at Mustard in that
Hmm.
second part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The beat switch of TV off. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like that was his play off of TV off. If you go
Hmm.
back and listen to it, so and I because too hard for the radio. The first part of that song could have been a radio hit.
Okay.
But to his point, he like, nigga, y'all put TV off up there, nigga. Let's see what this do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like y'all didn't kill the beat switch or whatever the case may be, but I would have loved for him to just take the approach of I'm about to make a smash with y'all sound
Hmm.
one more time because he already did it with the motto. But if he
Yeah.
would have did too hard for the radio off of everybody loving this West Coast GNX sound, and then I do it,
Is the
and then
model
get
a
the number.
Cali sound?
The motto was a shout out to the Bay. Yeah, that was that
Okay.
was that was a
Okay.
that was a Bay
I know he
shout out.
shouted
Yeah,
them out, but I didn't wasn't sure if that was a Bay beat because, but
yeah.
yeah, that shit. The model is one of my favorite songs, bro. Like from Drake and Lil Wayne, bro. Like that sound, like that's the thing. Like back then, I would hear something and immediately know it's a hit. Now I'm hearing these tracks and I'm like, I don't hear
I don't
none of
know.
that. I don't hear
Yeah, I
none of
don't
that.
know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
No, yeah, here, but this is fun. Make them remember. I already told you. Like, it's a great rap track, but it's just too much victim mentality stuff that I just can't co-sign as a fan of trying to see some authenticity and accountability, which are going into this album. That's how I looked at that track.
yeah.
Uh, Little Birdies, good song, good song.
Surprised by that from you
Well, you didn't like it?
because me and Rich both was like we felt like he wasted the song. It could have been better. Well, like me,
Maybe I'll listen to it again. A lot of
I
this stuff
wonder
I'm
if you
giving, a
was
lot of
nigga
this
every
stuff, a
songs
lot
you
of
like keep nigga please because it's not a lot.
a lot of these songs, a lot of these songs, I do think I gave it a check if it has potential to grow on me. There's only two songs that I think that I will go back and listen to because I want to hear. That's the intro, and that is Make Them Pay. Those are the two songs that I would say I will go back and listen because
I've been
I
playing
want to
too
hear
hard
them.
for the radio all day.
I know you probably have, bro.
Oh, I got two. I got
It's a funny
two.
song, bro.
It's a really good song.
Um, don't worry, it wasn't for me. Firm
Uh,
Friends, I gave it a thumbs up. Firm Friends gave it a thumbs up, and to make them know I wasn't feeling it. So there you go.
oh, oh man. Yeah, that song is I hate how much I like it, bro. I hate how much I like because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know
You
I
and Chris
know
I were
he
jamming out to that shit.
bro, I know he was just like, oh really, bitch? I know he was sassy as hell making that song, cuz oh man. Oh man.
Yeah, he was.
But yes, I think me and
But I
you
love it.
are
You know what I love? When I see them do the Hillbillies and they, make fun of, Sticky and shit, like, that's what that reminded me of when
yes it
Baby
was.
Keem and
Exactly,
Kendrick,
bro.
it's like,
Please, girl.
yeah, it's like these niggas will, and this is what I saw, like, everything is wrestling, like, right? When I look at the battle and when I look at those two tracks, Too Hard for Radio and what they did with Hillbillies, it's like these guys stole each other finishes a lot of the times. It's like you got, oh, you're doing that, I can do it better. Like, like, and
Bro, but
I'm
this
gonna do
is
the hard part
no,
six. I'm gonna
no,
do
this
the
is
timestamp record.
no,
Like
this
it
is
was crazy.
this is Rock Austin WrestleMania 17. When you see Austin hit the rock bottom, you're like, ew, no. When Rock hits the stunner, you like that shit don't look right, nigga.
Nah, but I love the timestamp record from Kendrick. That 616 in
Six
LA.
sixteen in LA, yeah,
That shit was so
yeah.
good. Like that was one of my favorite moments in the battle. When he warned him, and then you get the hard part six was because he's pretty much white flag and whatnot. But them even attempting to do that, I think it's just cool.
That was the
One
beginning
thing,
of the victim blaming. That was the beginning of the victim
yeah,
blaming.
exactly.
He was like,
He was
"Hey man,
just
all
mad
right,
defensive.
y'all niggas, hey,
Please
y'all
stop.
tripping, please, hey."
Yeah.
And I know you ain't talking. That's when I started.
You know,
That's when that whole
yeah.
story thing started. Like, I know it ain't you talking about me.
Yeah. Um, but I low key, like these two got for them to even do this, they got respect for each other somewhere.
Somewhere.
They got respect for
Yeah,
each other,
somewhere, somewhere,
and
somewhere.
that's why I find so um remarkable about this is that you don't do this and mimic somebody if you're not for one feeling it or like you're not mad about it for some reason, and if you don't have respect for what they did. Like you are the biggest, one of the biggest artists in the world, if not the biggest for a time period, and you're now mimicking the guy who took beat you in a battle and saying, "All right, I'm gonna take that sound and make a parody out of it." I love it, but you're doing that because there is some level of respect. You know how hard TV off is, and you can't let them just
The
get that shit off.
TV off was unbelievable when we first heard it for GNX, nigga.
Yeah, yeah,
And
it went crazy.
then we heard Madonna beat. Oh, that shit was crazy.
I'm gonna listen to that before I go to bed tonight because I just
Yeah,
gotta put myself back in that space. But yeah, Chief was incredible. Yeah, so 2 hour for the radio should be incredible too. I'm not surprised you're playing it, because it's fun. It's fun. Like listen, I'm not in the beef. I can enjoy all the music,
all the music
all the music. But yeah, man. All in
except
all,
except except J Cole's because we ain't talking about fall off. Boy, you still third. You still third.
I listen to.
Even with niggas not liking Iceman, niggas will go to Iceman before they go back to the fall off. On me, I will put it on the poll. Guillermo, put it on the poll. Would you listen to Iceman or the fall off first?
The
Niggas
fall
is going
off,
to Iceman.
oh my God. The fall off is there's some tracks on there that are good, but it's really for J. Cole diehard fans, man. And I'm happy they got that because that's he's been teasing it and like building up to this for a moment forever. And he had it. And the reason why he couldn't get involved in the battle because he had his own plans. He had his own career plans, and he was like, "Nigga, I cannot deter from this and fuck my shit up because if I lose this battle, there is no fall off. The fall off is imminent, And then so he took some time away, regrouped, redid some things, made a double disc, and put it out for his fans who he knew would love it, and it went well. It did well, and he did his tour, in his SU sedan, so yeah, good for him, good for him. I can't, I mean, what's his name? J. Cole, we'll see where he goes from here. I
This
hope
nigga
that
said, what's his name? Oh my God. C cities, B cities, you're not known in the D cities, nigga. He was talking about your whole ass, nigga.
damn, he did go in on him, man. He did go in on him. I don't think we're gonna get a rebuttal from J. Cole, and that's what hurts me too, because I know he could. That's what it's like when you see a nigga that like I know you got the switch on you, bro. Just up it real quick, just one time, bro. You just up it one time for me, bro, because I know you could do it, but he's on his piece shit, and hey, I respect it, but I don't want to. I don't want to.
Because we really know he like that.
His pen show is worthy.
7 minute,
His pen's
seven,
worthy.
like where, like his PWC is, nigga,
But
I,
listen,
st- I
it's
still fuck with
good.
that.
It's good, but it's not like to me that was a warm up. I like, all right, cool.
Same
That
thing as
is
push
not a
ups. But
diss.
that's the same thing. Same thing. It's the
Which is
same thing
better,
as
push ups or 7 minute
7 minute
drill?
drill.
7
7 minute
minute
drill.
drill is better.
7
Okay,
minute drill. I
okay.
keep hearing stories about these fucking rap niggas when he switched up and he wanted 2-6 that nigga, we get that niggas. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, oh, he's about. This is like
Yeah.
okay,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
I gotta go back
Yep.
and listen to it and listen to push ups back again
Yeah.
because push ups. I,
So
I I I think push ups is hilarious. I think push ups. Oh my god.
Yo, why Mealy Mall do that? Why Mealy?
What the
Why?
fuck is that,
Why?
yo? What? And he said, nah, shit.
Uh,
Nah, like, no, Push Ups has some
uh,
funny bars in it though. When he's like, don't make me, I mean, there was a couple of bars in there I thought were hilarious, but I'm losing it right now. But yeah, man. Where does he go from here? Like Drake, I know that he probably gonna go on tour and all that stuff. People seem to be having some problems with the album. Listen, and to his credit, BT people are feeling. People in our chat like BT. I personally don't like Made and Honor. There's some tracks on there, but when I listen to the whole thing, it's like one of those albums that if I listen to it over and over and over again, eventually I'll like some songs.
unfortunately,
Habibti,
yeah,
R&B, Drake, I like R&B Drake. You
I'll be
know,
Drake.
it's not his.
Yo,
None of these albums are classic. Let me make
I've,
that
I've,
clear.
I've
None of
spent,
these are
I've spent,
classic.
I spent is probably one of the another songs that I fuck around
Okay.
and I like that song. I spent shout out to Low Shimmy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, yeah,
Lo-
yeah. I think I remember that one because that
that's
feature was interesting. Yeah.
yeah, Low Shimmy. And that nigga said, "When I'm gonna have another dollar I can spend on you," I'm like, "Oh, we getting that bag of Drake again?" Like,
Yeah.
okay, like yeah, that shit was fire. But even on Habibti, Rusty intro was interesting with the acoustic guitar at the. But WNBA leading into Slap the City, that were two songs. I'm like, oh, okay, like he was in a pocket. These look
Okay.
like he. It seems like he. It seems like what the hypothesis is. These were songs he made during like "Sexy Songs for You" era.
Okay.
If you can hear that, and then
And he gave
made
Party
a
Next Door to trash and kept this.
no "Sexy Songs for You" got some fire on there. Cause "Sexy
It's
Songs for You."
yeah. It's.
It
I can
grew
see
over
it
time.
grew up. Yeah, it grew. I
It
listened
grew.
to it. I wasn't super impressed, but hey, it's all right. It's all right. I want like I we need him to be inspired again. We need him to get amused. That's what I think. I need him to have amused because even in this, there's some good melodies. There's some good tracks, but there isn't that passion. I want that freaking passion, bro.
I
Like
mean,
that.
everything he wants, he got or he don't have. You got to think about that. Like, in
Mm,
the sense, like everything I have, everything that I want,
materialistically.
but he lost Serena, right? She's married, kids. He
Well,
lost Rihanna.
she set the Super Bowl.
She's
You're welcome.
she's she's married, single. You know what I'm married with kids. I'm sorry. Um, like those were his two high profile. Like I can build a legacy with these women type thing. Like a Drake and a Rihanna. Like it is fucking
Nah,
uh
she she
uh.
she she's a she's she did him dirty. I think I don't know
They did
what
each
went
other
on.
dirty.
They did each other
They
dirty. There
did
you
each
go.
other dirty.
Yeah,
They did each
and
other dirty.
and
She wasn't
but
over Chris.
you
She
never
wasn't over Chris when she got with Drake, and then she
but you
then she had to
never
fling
want
with
to
ASAP.
marry that girl, bro. Like you never want to marry that girl. Like the girl who you really wanted and did you dirty, and then you still were like, I'm in love with you, and then you're on stage and you're confessing your love, and you try to kiss her, and she dubs you in front of everybody. That is uncomfortable, and that is something that it's hard to get over. I think that that that's a wound, bro.
Bro, that's the one I wanted. Bro, she's a billionaire. What are you talking about?
It's not even about the
Yes,
money. It's
no, I
about
know, but I know, but what I'm saying is all encompassing, right? Like Hove and Beyonce is the aspiring. You know what I mean? Like everybody talks about that, and because not only is the power couple, but legitimately, you look at Hove and like, nigga, how the fuck you grab? that. And you go through the lemonade stage and you go through everything
Wow.
and you stay and you
Like
build and you create that. You look at that, you be like, damn girl, Rihanna, I think we can be that. Like legit, nigga. Like we can. And she's like, yeah, but no.
he's a fool for her, and everybody plays the fool. I played the fool plenty of times. Not for a lot of girls, just one, really. But I think we all have that one where we played the fool for, and it was just it's what it is. But you gotta keep going until you find. I'm in a similar situation. I still gotta find the one, And but if I were to make my art, I still come from a place of believing in love, a place of searching and believing that there will be some person who makes me feel safe, and I hope he finds that because I think everybody deserves that. And if that happens, excuse me, we might get the best Drake we ever heard. Because it seems like he needs that love, passion to really sink into the music. Because otherwise, it comes off as it's good produced, the song is cool, but it's missing that soul,
Yeah.
that soul, So that's what I felt like when I heard WT, and I'm gonna go back and listen to it too. And there's a lot of songs I will still probably put in my gym playlist and like listen to or like stuff like that. And Maid of Honor, I'll probably put some of those tracks in my gym playlist. But as far as like there's my favorite track and all this, it's Make Them Pay, and that's only one that I'm taking with me that I can't wait to hear again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where he goes from
One.
here, go on tour, take your time, and I want him to. You don't need to do any ayahuasca. You don't need to do any DMT. You don't need to take any
Get an
drugs.
ugly therapist.
Don't get
Get
an
an
ugly
ugly therapist.
therapist
Get a man
and
therapist, maybe.
or a man and meditate. I know it sounds like some woo-woo shit. That's what I do as a person who meditates when I'm feeling lost and I'm not grounded and I'm letting the world's opinions get to me and the expectations of what the world has on me. I go inward, and I try to find out what my spirit wants for me, my higher self wants for me. You know who you are, hopefully, and you can find out. And I think we're in a constant state of discovery of ourselves. I know I'm getting to my spiritual bag right now, but I really do believe that. I really do believe that we're in a constant state of discovering ourselves. So it's not just Drake; it's everybody who's listening to the podcast and us too. We are constantly discovering ourselves. So I don't want to castigate a man who's on his journey, but we just get to criticize him only because he puts his art out there to the world. So more props to him. I think that he did what he had to do. Yeah, and hopefully from where he's at right now, you know.
Yeah, and to your point, I think another thing that we can really awesome ultimately like absolutely agree on is that like as we heard this song, I mean as we heard these albums, there have there was been a profound missing thing that I absolutely love. It was no Yachty. No, not in here, not an inkling
Yeah, he's in
of Lil.
SmackDown. Yeah, he's busy.
Respect the Yachty, my nigga. Thank you for leaving Drake alone. You know what I'm saying? The album that if we were gonna have a Yachty give Drake anything, I would have loved for it to be when he did that experimental album, Let's Start Here. You know what I'm saying? Which was like psychedelic rock. But I don't really think I would have wanted to hear that from Drake. Because again, he didn't do the drugs. Yachty did.
But he
So
did do a little thing on Maid of Honor, right? That was like a little rockish punk rock type song.
yeah,
Am I
yeah.
mistaken, or was it on
For
WT?
for Drake, yes, I
Yeah,
think it
he
was
did
on.
some kind of like
It was on Maid of
some
Honor.
rock song. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. But shout out to Yachty not being around. Let Drake cleanse his palate. You know what I'm saying? And uh and speaking of Yachty on SmackDown, I think I saw or heard your little clip before we got on about how Carmelo not really liking how Trick and Yachty treating our United States Championship. We're gonna get Mello and Trick for SummerSlam. That's the feud. That's the feud for the
That
summer.
that should be the few for the summer. I know right now Melo's in something with the Miz and Kit Williamson for from what I saw thus far today. But with Melo Woman, he deserves it. He deserves it, man. But here's the problem: one of them got to turn heel, and it's not gonna be Trick.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just caught up in the group chat, the other group chat. Uh, my boy Twin, shout out Twin, he got him a visitor. If we're gonna use that in quotation marks, me and
Mm.
his brother know what that means. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? This man, I'm asking boys. I'm like, yo, I'm about to wrap up with the podcast. We playing the game later. Twins like, I got a visitor. I said, oh shit, now. um,
Nah, I just saw what Rich said about the fall off versus
yeah, we play that Future Tim songs 20 times and say we listen to the album, nigga.
yeah. He said, "Fuck, just shoot me now." Pick between the Drake stuff and the fall off. Isn't this crazy? The freaking big three, and we saying just shoot me now to two of the big three. That's crazy. 2026, bro. You look at this.
Oh man. So you said you had nothing negative, nothing positive to talk about with wrestling. Go ahead and get your shit off before we get out of here, brother.
I mean, I got nothing positive to talk about, so it's like when you don't have anything positive to say,
You don't say
you
anything
don't
at
say
all?
anything, at all. You just what my mom would tell me now. But I'll say this: that listen, wrestling can't be hot all the time, and so
Yeah.
I expect after WrestleMania for it to be a low. I think that Jacob Fatu should have
Yeah,
never
huh?
been put into this angle with Roman right now. This is an angle that
Mm.
deserves a bigger spot on the year, whether it be going into WrestleMania, whether it be going into Royal Rumble, whether it be going into Survivor Series or SummerSlam. Now
You
we
don't
still
think
might
this is you don't think this is the story of the summer?
this might be a SummerSlam card thing, but I would prefer if they did Gunther and Roman and held off on this because at the end of the day, if Jacob Fatu does not end up with the title, then what are you doing? You're just quelling his steam. You know, I don't think that's gonna help him at all in the long run. And they're not telling
Which
the
is
story.
crazy is because they're building up his team at the same time, which would be kind of because they tamed him a bit. Like what the story that they're telling right now is to get an edge back on him. You know what I'm saying? Because he was tamed for a while, and that's because he was tied up with the solo stuff, which again was too long and didn't have a really, real direction for him.
The
He was
truth of the
already
matter
not.
is, Jacob Fatu should have beat Cody for the title on SmackDown. That's my opinion. He should have beat Cody for the title. That's a perfect person for Cody to drop the title to. Gunther and Roman on Raw from now to the summertime would have been so much better.
The
Would have been
ring
so much better.
general versus the tribal chief. Like
Yeah.
this is my kind of
And to
ring.
be quite honest, I'll be fine with either one of them winning at SummerSlam. I think either one of them can take a loss at that point. At that point,
I ain't gonna hold you for Roman to be talking like this is my ring, this is my camera, this is my and Gunther can come in and say, you can have all of this, but the ring, this mat is sacred. That should
sacred
have
is
been
my
fire.
yeah yeah. You can have
That
all
was
that.
fire.
You can have all the shoes, the fame, the movies, fucking Street Fighter game, whatever.
But I
I get
am
that.
the ring. Ga-da-da. Yeah, I would have
And
fucked
I
with that.
think that when he says, "Oh, I can't give you a match. It's nepotism." Well, guess what? He got the match. So guess what it is? It's nepotism. I would have loved a break between, the Samoan dynasty fighting each other. Just a little bit. I do want to see the match, but I think
Especially
your
after it being
your yeah, his
his first
first
fight of defense. Yeah.
yeah, title defense. Come on, like it's like you like throughout the year you are so um what's the word? You use the Samoan dynasty as a crutch throughout the year until you get to SummerSlam or WrestleMania. I mean, until you get to WrestleMania, really, because but outside of like those big events, Royal Rumble and WrestleMania specifically, he's always fighting like a Bloodline guy, or he's with the Bloodline guy in a War Games match. he's not been able to like build angles with people outside of that. Maybe Drew a little bit, but that was also where Solo, debuted and all that stuff. But yeah, it's very very sparingly has he done that. So when you
I do
say
like
like,
what they're doing with Montez and Seth as story building right now. I do like that
I
as
saw it and I didn't see it, I don't see it as really going anywhere. I don't really trust them, but I think that I like that they're not friends, so like there is some kind of beef intention, but
that's layered. That's layering. I
yeah,
like
so
layering.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if it goes somewhere though, and if it does, I'll be happy with it. And so now we're kicking up in SmackDown. Are we getting Jade and Rhea again? Because it seems like they're going that way. But I know they got JC Jane in the wings. Maybe that, and they're getting great reactions to Fatal Attraction. So good for them. Danhausen is a star, and yeah. So I don't. I'm just waiting and just seeing what happens. I'll tap back in around SummerSlam time, like, and might have something to talk about seriously around that time. But I would have,
Well,
I would have,
Clash of Italy is in 2 weeks, so I mean they
yeah,
can drop.
I know.
If Cody will drop the title. We'll see what that is.
Cody's hard to
Possibly
beat. He ain't dropping the title until
he
SummerSlam.
easy to find.
I think that Roman's rotating at SummerSlam. Cody is losing at SummerSlam. That's what's happening. It's gonna stretch until then. So I don't even care about Clash of Italy. I'll watch the matches. Don't get me wrong, but
Really?
I have nothing to really talk about
Okay.
because I'm at
Okay.
the point where I know I'm not gonna get what I want from WWE. I'm okay with that now. You guys are doing your own thing. We're gonna give us a million ads, and you're gonna, make your storylines that last 3 months to 4 months of one person versus one person, and I already will know who's gonna win when you make the feud start. Like Jacob was losing this feud, Gunther and Cody. It can go either way, but I think Cody's winning, then Gunther's winning the title after that. So that's my prediction. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel
Okay.
like I can see the future, and that's not fun.
Well,
But
hopefully
I
they
don't know who's gonna
change.
have Trick and Carmelo, so I'm looking forward to that. That looks good. The tag divisions both suck. Um, Women's division, Oscar's gone now. Oh yeah,
Yeah, women.
Soruka had a really good match with Io Sky. And I liked the match with on NXT with Kendall Gray and bad just like Kalani. Yeah, Kalani and Kendall Gray had a really good match.
And we
And
didn't talk about Kylie Armstrong and Jada Parker.
yeah, that wasn't
Yeah.
a great match, but it was
No, no,
worth
it was
seeing them.
great. It was great. It was great to watch.
It was great
Great,
to watch. Yeah,
great to watch.
great to watch. You're right. But that girl Kendall Gray though, she's special. She elevates whoever she's in the ring with. I thought she made Lola Vice look great in that triple threat, and I so much so that I thought it was Lola Vice that got better. And not saying that she didn't, but
Damn.
I'm not saying that she didn't. But Will's, JC Jane, Lola Vice, Kendall Gray, that was a really good match. Um, at the was it Takeover or Deadline Stand and Deliver,
The last time deliver, yeah.
Stand
Yeah.
and Deliver, yeah. So want to give those are the things I've been peeping. I just I'm just not as attentive as I used to be because if shit don't make sense, I'm not gonna get mad about it anymore. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, don't make sense. Move on.
Yeah, that's true. And before we wrap up with that, I do gotta just comment to Rich on the podcast right now. I'm looking at this Chris Brown album that he dropped in 2023, 11/11. It started off with 11 tracks, and then disc two was another 11, so that's 22. And then he gave us another 13. Boy, that's a lot of music. That's a
Yeah,
lot of
and,
music.
and, and Rich will tell you that none of them sound like each other.
None of the same. And I'm like, boy,
No,
I don't know.
on 1111, there's a song called. There's a couple songs I like on there. 1111, the song 1111 is good. There's a song called "Press Me." It's like a throwback to like the 2000s R&B track. I like it.
But, but this was after he dropped Breezy in
Yeah, it was after he got
2022.
Breezy. 1111 is a
And
good. It's a good album. It's a really good album.
so
Breezy
that's what I'm trying to
with a
say. To
lot of
Breezy and
songs.
1111,
Indigo with a
the
lot of
same thing.
songs.
It's the same. Like you recording a lot and putting it as a project. It it probably it can sound it can
There's
sound the
a.
same.
It's like how many songs is that in one album?
So Breezy, which was released in 2022, that was 23 songs on the original joint. Then he dropped the bonus track, that's 24. And then the deluxe gave it a total of 33 songs. So in 2022, he gave us 33 songs in 2022. 1111 was in 2023. So he recorded Breezy and 1111 all in the same time frame. You see what I'm saying? So 1111, he came out and gave us another 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Another 35 songs.
And now them sound
That's
alike.
but now that's just the two albums. Then he drops Brown right now that just came out. This is just a straight 20 sim. 92 minutes. Chris Brown, you gave me 92 minutes of music that
Look, Chris
none of
Brown.
it,
None of them sound alike. Not one album has one song that sounds like another.
or not
All
even,
the
I won't even say the song, the subject matter, how it sounds, the way you're singing it, yeah, like all that
the
shit, like that
rhymes.
sounds the same. Nigga, give me Leon Thomas, give me Anderson Paak. Nigga, those songs or that album or those, they don't sound the same. And it's six and
I
it's a
haven't listened to Brown
sequencer.
yet, but I'm gonna listen to it. But just like um, Drake, I got an a la carte with Chris Brown. Just
Yes.
take the songs I like, make my own shit with it,
Shout out to the light skinned community, man.
Cause
We take new things from
sometimes these songs you can hear the laziness in it. I don't want to be mean, but you can hear like that song is not even
or you can
Trey
hear the formulaicness,
formula. Yeah,
yeah.
you can tell when somebody takes their time with a song where like listen when I put on that freaking Iceman shit earlier, that AI Iceman, the crescendos and all types of shit in that bitch.
Nah, nigga, I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't know who the
This
fuck
this
that was.
this was a great
AI
day.
Iceman.
It was a great day. It was a great day for music. I know people are gonna have their time with it. Uh, I'm glad it came out on a Friday. We can sit with all three albums, and we can again. I think a lot of people are going to do exactly what we just said. It's a la carte. I said it this morning when you was listening to the wrong Iceman shit. I said, hey, before you go to the real, it's playlists. Just so you know, just take what you like, take what you want.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna go back and listen to all the songs that I check marked. I'll even go back and listen to some of the songs I didn't, like Janice. I know you were surprised by that one. Um, and see how I feel, But I really want to go
the
take some more
I do
time
want
with
to
it.
give the visuals shout out. He's dropping all of stream 4, which was the videos. All of the videos are up on YouTube. So
Okay.
the visuals, they don't really help like with songs, but they are telling the story. Like
Okay.
so like
I'll
I
look
do
at
want
it.
to see what the numbers do. I do want to see what the numbers do. Like I
I
do want to
don't really
see
care so much because I see the game, the play that he's playing, and it's gonna go crazy just because it's Drake for one. It's been anticipated for so long. Then it's three albums, so it it doesn't mean that your songs are good that they got played so much at this point because you're just it's almost like
Neither
huh?
neither does like Taylor. I just want okay, so like Russ. No disrespect, he shout out to Russ in one of those leak tracks. Russ, who listening to Russ?
My sister likes Russ a lot. So I don't
R-
listen to him a lot, but he's not an industry guy, like
I know that, but
so
I mean, he get the what I'm saying is the payout of what he. So what I'm just saying is he's not on the charts, right? But his payouts dictate that I got a lot of people listening to my shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So like to what I'm saying is right now there's not an incentive for there's no he
Like what the
got rid of
charts
the bot
really
stuff.
mean. Yeah, like I think it's just a thing to say. Like even these accolades, like the Grammy Awards, like some of this stuff is just stupid. If you like the song, you like the song. At the end of the day, it is what it is. That's it. And
I
if other
that's
people
not
like it,
I can't do that. I
and if
can't.
other
We
people
play
like
for
it,
AP awards. We play
huh?
for AP awards. We play for AP awards. We play for all MPAs. We play for all pros. It's not just like
But
like
not
the,
everything is sports. This is creative venture. This is a creative venture that's very subjective. So just because, yeah, I thought that Lucky Day should have won the album instead of 1111, Chris Brown, me in my opinion. I still think that. But I'm not mad that Chris Brown got it. Y'all believe that. Y'all like that album more. It doesn't change how I feel about um, a Lucky Days project. So I genuinely, you
but to
know,
your point though, to your point, Lucky Day being Grammy nominated is a thing like
oh
that. So
yeah,
you're to
yeah.
like,
Lucky Day
but
is
no,
going to
I'm just saying that
be
to the construct of what you saying.
no.
I don't know why we do it.
The
Like I know he made his
accolade. No,
art,
what I'm trying
and
to say, Lucky Day's gonna get some accolades for that. He's gonna get notoriety. He's gonna get um. It's pretty much them co-signing your ability to be a legitimate top artist, right? That's how I look at it. But why do we need that? That's my whole thing. It's like, why do we need these other people to say that you're an artist when it's a creative venture? Now, granted, we've been indoctrinated to this for years, so we expect yeah, but one thing when you're all pro, like you're all pro because of your stats. You put the work in, we can see, boom, you had more sacks than this guy. You probably deserve it more. You're MVP because you were part of your team. This is a creative thing. As much as I'm happy for Kendrick winning all those Grammys and shit like that, I'm sure he's like, yeah, it's a bit much.
no, not you. For you to have that, and oh, okay,
Let God
we
sort
won't
him
say it.
out. Probably deserved it, in my opinion. Just saying.
No, but I mean,
But
but
that's
yes,
my
but
opinion. Like,
no, but
I love GNX too.
not to, not so much to that though. But for you to for you to think that the validation is not something that people create for, I think that's naive. I think that's
No,
obtuse.
they do.
I don't,
No, I know. I think they do. But like
okay.
I'm trying to challenge that right now. The thought
Oh, okay.
processes of
Okay.
like, I know people do care. Like just validation from your peers, validation from the industry, validation and opportunities come from that. Absolutely. But in reality, we are human beings who have souls and spirits who are making art. You know, like don't get me wrong. Like as we put this podcast out, I want people to watch it. I care. But if there was an award for YouTube or Twitch or whatever it may be, I would be honored if we won. But at the same time, I'm more concerned with the people that like my shit, and I'm glad they like it. So I'm not. And if somebody has a better YouTube channel or a better, podcast or whatever it may be, to me, good for them. You have more people like your shit. It takes no bearing on what we are building here, on what I'm doing, my creativity, what I'm trying to build.
I love you that you said that for, but I would challenge that for you because when people are better at their craft, we get inspired because we need to be of that ilk or we want an
But
there's a measure.
you're right. But
So
I get to see
it does
what
impact how we make
but
our
who
art.
decides who's better? Who decides what's better? It's not numbers. It's me seeing that and being inspired. To me, seeing another YouTuber like, oh wow, the way they did that transition, the way they did that cut, that take they had was super dope. The way they explained that I want to get better in those facets. That's how I look at it. And then boom,
Yeah,
I
but
I
there's
I
two
get
sides to
inspired.
your coin. That because to your heads of your coin is that, but the tails is that I'm your partner and I might be like, damn, them niggas got 100,000 views today. You know what I mean? Like so, as the and that, we have always been that yin to yang.
Yeah.
The way that we create is based on, again, first and foremost, do we have an inspiration to create? The only reason why we're back in front of the camera because we were away from the camera is because there was no true inspiration. As you just talked about wrestling, that little bit of that was our life. That was
Yeah.
what we was trying to create. That was what we was trying to blow up on. That was what we was trying to get. And when there's no fucking when it's vapid,
Views. Yeah.
when it's vapid,
Hmm.
then we don't get that. So I do now then can see this from a creative space and like learn from your mistakes,
Hmm.
accountability, right? From us as creatives.
Yeah.
And then now as we then create, we're now making art that's for us, but also can we do better than we did last time? Can the numbers be better? Me and you talk off mic all
Yeah.
the time.
And
And
I
like,
want you to be.
there's
I want to be
aspiration and
clear.
stuff that we want to get to.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to be clear. Like, I'm not saying numbers don't matter at all, but I'm saying that numbers are not the barometer on how good something is. Me and you have had crazy
Yeah.
good podcasts in wrestling that
Yeah.
nobody's seen. And I will tell you that I will hold that hand of God gun to my head. Yes, there is a top tier podcast that we have that nobody has seen.
Basically,
And that does not mean that just because it wasn't seen that it wasn't great. However, if it had a billion views, it doesn't mean that we did great either. You know. So am I interested in the numbers for Drake? Not really, because it's Drake. At some point, you get to a point where the numbers are going to come in regardless. And when you drop three full albums in one day, not in like 3 consecutive weeks, in one day, you're gonna flood the charts, and people are going to listen. Everybody gets to take their. I'm more curious to see what is the top songs that people like, and if people
Yeah.
are gravitating to, rather than if he's gonna be number one. He is. It's Drake.
And the history that, and like you said, the game that he's playing, it kind of fudges the numbers of what he's doing because
Chris
if
Brown
he
does the
if
same
he
thing. Like
if
these,
he if
yeah,
he goes 1, 2, and 3 on the billboards, clearly nobody's ever dropped 3 projects at the same time. So like it's hard for
yeah,
even them to have feet. But like LeBron, like yes, nigga, I played 23 years. I've scored 50,000 points. You know what I'm saying? People look at that feat and be like, well, no, duh, nigga, you played for the longest time. Of course your numbers are gonna be like so. I definitely can see that.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't
And
determine that you're the greatest.
LeBron is like a physical thing. Like you got to get your body right every single year to do that thing, and there's credit in that, you know. And I give great credit for the like I told you, this is three works. It's hard work to put this out there. So yeah, if he gets number one, two, and three, he earned it. He put the work out there, even if it was gonna happen anyways because he's Drake. You know, even if there was like one track on that bitch and each album and you just put it out there, it probably would still go number one. That's how I look at it, you know. But you
Yeah,
still put your ass on the line and put, three solid bodies of work out there that are completely different than each other, and you organize it for your fan base. So hey, you like this, you like this, go get it. I fucking love it. So yeah, I think he's gonna do crazy well. But it doesn't mean that he's removing the stigma of being a vapid artist, or
I
shallow.
think, yeah, I
But
think
I'm
I think we're still with that, man. He went
Yeah.
if he did any deep diving, nigga, he went from standing up to the pool and 3 feet, and at least he's 5 feet in the like, like
Yeah, yeah, and take your baby steps if you need to. And I'm trying to let him just, grow in his own on his own time. He even said that he one day will be the man, and that's some rep level of accountability of recognition that you're not.
and that's a direct reflection of he listened to Kendrick. Kendrick was asked you when are you
Yeah.
gonna be the boy to the
When
man?
you call you the
And
boy, yeah, I haven't seen the man yet. Yeah.
and Drake's he hears that. It was like, okay, to 40, to your point, to 40's point, to the fans' point, to the critics' point of what is this man? Who is this man? It's a man that is still clearly hurt, still growing, still processing, still trying to deal with identity crisis, still trying to I support this economy, so I can't walk around and not be braggadocious and say we win in and say life is good and everything. I still have to feed the ego of not just me, the economy that I birthed. Like so, yeah, it seems like the man's doing a little growing up. And shout out to Drizzy Drake, man, big weekend for him.
Good work. Good work.
With that being said, all is everything.
All is everything. I mean, all is love. First and foremost, keep that first up top. And everything is everything. I'm gonna go listen to TV off, and I'll see y'all next week, Monday. Peace
Too
out.
hard for the radio. Radio.